how to count.
Thanks, NC Education.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't know who gave him his diploma.
That lottery goes nowhere.
He was actually
my
homeschooled.
goodness. All right, so
he was homeschooled.
After a long hiatus and not having me on, I now get to guest host this, which this should be fun with the boys.
The boys.
I'm pretty sure everyone who's watching this / listening already knows. Everyone here, but just in case, what's up? My name's Will. I've known Tom, the host, here for many moons since we were children, and then over here on this side of the pool table, the young Matt Sanchez.
Hello, everybody.
And Mike Gaziano.
Hello.
If you guys want to give yourselves a background.
Hello, world.
Rar.
Rar. My name is Matt. Most people call me Bear, but as everybody else does, Matt.
I called you last night.
Yeah, you did. Work on cars. Hang out with my friends. I don't really drink as much as I used to. I should, though, because my kids drive me nuts. But
Alcoholism, beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful thing.
First step submitting.
You've done that before.
Yeah. He's been to a couple seminars.
I have a few coins. No, I'm Mike Gaziano. Many people know me. Car dude, obviously. Plumber by trade. I've known Tom for
Mike and I have definitely checked out some pipes.
Years. Yeah, so many years. Really cool dude. How I met him was out like an asshole, tossing rocks on people's windshields with one of my cars. But that's how I met Tom, and ever since then, it's been a lovely friendship. And
we're going to tell that story here.
Yeah.
We will.
I'm saying, I think
we should start off with that story, actually.
Yeah, I've known Tom the longest and met Sanchez through Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
But I met Gaziano in between this moment. So it was actually, the second long, because we met each other when I was like 17.
Right, I'm your parallel universe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right,
that was like, it was the other Mike.
Right.
I met Tom through an ex. Ugh.
That's the most Tom story ever, right
well,
there.
It actually
there was a woman.
Well,
okay, did Tom try to marry her?
No. Well, it actually turned out to be okay because she was off doing her own thing, and then she told me to go over to this fucking party, and I went there, and ended up being best friends.
I mean, that's
it worked out. It worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Dicks before chicks, as I'd say.
Bros before hoes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say something I've forgotten.
Oh, let's get back to
the SRT story.
Let's get back to this shitty neon.
I want to know what the hell.
This is no joke.
You said something about flicking rocks.
No,
what?
dude,
The
no.
hell?
No, wait. Let me.
That was
let
the
me tell
GTO.
You said
right?
flicking rocks. He
Yeah,
literally said flicking rocks.
That was the G. Yeah, but no, the neon, dude. The neon has a special place in my heart because out of all of the shitty cars at Classic Car Wash that either came through there or was owned by an employee there, the neon may have taken the cake because you had two, I think, at that point in time. And it was the purple one was the race neon.
That was the purple one.
Yeah, you had a purple one. And I remember one time, I don't remember why, we came over to my parents' house because I was like 16 or 17 at the time when I was starting working there. And I think it broke down 3 times leaving the neighborhood. And that's about an 1/8 mile.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Piece of shit.
You couldn't even make it a quarter down the track with that. You couldn't make it. What the fuck?
Never street cars that are. That's ridiculous.
It was great. I mean, there was like that Bronco that had the top cut off of it that one guy had that worked there. Remember that one?
Oh, that skinny white. Yeah. I don't know what he did. But
I think it was like sell drugs and hit on black girls. That was it.
Yeah.
That was his whole life.
Way, and he definitely had a Bronco with the top of it.
Cut literally cut off. It wasn't a convertible top. No, it was just literally just.
I knew he was from Hope Mills that second.
Exactly, 100%, dude.
He hangs out at Waldo's Beach.
Yeah, there was only one. And you remember this, but there was only ever one cool car in Hope Mills. And it was that the 20th anniversary edition RX-7 that one guy had, the super clean turbo FC. The red one.
That was actually, believe it or not, was my next door neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. I remember. Yeah, and that was
a sweet ride.
That was one. Dude,
he totaled it.
Yeah, I remember that.
On Waldo's Beach.
Yeah.
He was racing and lost control and hit the pipeline and.
I don't even like those cars, but that thing.
Dude, but that one was so clean.
It had a Veil sight on it.
Yeah, it was so
beautiful.
clean. It was honestly one of the cleanest, like cheese, like a little cheese grater looking ones. You know,
the only thing that would have made that car better was a fucking LS swap.
It's an anniversary edition, man. You
gotta keep it original.
Cut it the fuck up.
Hey, I mean,
it's a race car at that point.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't a race car. That
it was an anniversary edition. You got to keep it original.
Yeah, come on, man.
Get back to the roots with the rotary.
Right. My Sawzall blade does the same.
Oh God,
that's disturbing.
I've already swapped a right-hand drive RX-7 with an LS. It was a pretty neat swap, man. Pretty straightforward.
I mean, they make drop-in kits for it now.
It was a pieced together Schmitty kit that this dude brought to me, man. Apparently, it sat at a shop for a while. I don't know the full story. I don't know the real story. One of the shops here, but I got it running. It runs great.
Oh, dude, speaking of shops here, and we're speaking of Hope Mills and places where cars, you got to remember Aang's back in the day.
You know he's in Florida.
Yeah. Really? Is he?
Yeah. He's doing really good. He's got some Filipino wife that's smoking, and he's doing good for himself,
dude,
man.
Happy for Aang.
Yes.
Big ups.
Godspeed. I wonder if that dyno's still there.
No, I think that whole building's gone.
The whole thing
is it?
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah,
it's like a
gone.
fucking parking lot there now. And they have like restaurants and all kinds of shit there or whatever.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
It is gone.
Have you not been there?
I don't go into Fayetteville.
You got to drive by because it's no longer there.
Or 10 years now. It's been like that.
No, I haven't. The only farthest I go is my mom's
years.
house. Like if I go to Target or anything or Kmart shit, it's there.
Well, it's like when you come into Rayford nowadays. I used to live out here all the time, dude. I was here, dude, back in the Vail days, all the time.
Yeah.
And now it's like a fucking adventure. It's like a 45-minute drive, and I have to fist fight half of Fayetteville to get around my asshole through my elbow to get here. It's ridiculous.
I can't wait.
It's
get
ridiculous.
Out of this shithole.
I
can't wait.
Look, here's the thing. You think you're going to do it, and let me tell you, as somebody who has twice escaped and lived on the other side of the world, and then ended up back in this bitch.
You know why people come back to Fayetteville? I'm gonna be honest with you. Not only is it home, but it has a certain aurora to it that just pulls you back in. It does have shitty people.
I think like if you're born here, like us, or at least like me. Yeah, exactly, like us. Yeah. You're like the herpes sore on Fayetteville. You just keep resurfacing every now and then.
Do you ever think it's not us though? It's not us.
Go away for a little while, but you eventually come back.
Yeah. It's not. It's the people that bring their trash here and drop it off.
I mean, yeah, but like I don't even have fucking like an excuse, dude. My dad was born here.
I don't need that. I have no excuse.
You know what I mean? Like I can't escape.
What can I say?
I tried, dude. I moved to another country and learned another language, and it was like, psych, get your ass back here, boy.
Get your ass
like, it's
you
like,
coming back to Fayetteville.
Deville.
It's disgusting. It's like,
did you see that post I posted? Oh, I can't say that.
You can't. Yeah. Look, let's not.
Don't say that.
Look, let's not get ourselves banned from YouTube as well as Facebook.
Back to the neon story.
Yeah, let's get back to the neon.
I want to know. I want to know about the rocks that was being thrown, and I want to know about how many numerous rebuilds was done and blew up.
I don't know. I don't know which neon got blown up and fucked up more. His or Pee Wee's black RT. You remember that one?
I remember that fucking
thing. He used to help me with mine.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that.
Whatever happened to the Spanish kid that used to hang out with him?
I have no idea.
He had the brother. Him and his brother. They were Puerto Ricans.
It wasn't mine.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea because I checked out of that group a long time ago for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And R.I.P. because I guess he turned his life around and was doing right by his kids. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I checked out of that group and don't talk to any of them anymore. And I have no idea what they're doing. Okay. It's been 10+ years.
Damn.
You don't talk to them for good reasons though, right? There's really good reasons why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Very good.
Yeah. No. And I mean, because at one point everybody has, like I said, you have to grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
And some people don't.
Yeah, don't do it too fast, kids.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not advocating for not having fun, but I am advocating for some semblance of adulthood.
Right.
A small semblance. I mean,
But back to the kick rocks and the motors that you've built for that thing and destroyed. What is going on with that?
Send that rod to God.
Yeah, that's what I basically did. Well,
send the rod to the stratosphere.
Turd ass neon SRT. You dripped your beer. That neon SRT.
You can't say turd ass because you love that fucking thing.
I loved that.
That was your baby.
It was an awesome car.
It was not.
It was a.
Well, now that you're an LS guy,
don't lie.
Now that you're an LS guy, now it's a turd. But before, let's talk about your love.
Let's not lie. It was always a turd.
I hated that fucking car.
It
was. I was poor. I think it was $100, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do that."
I remember when I put my first cold air intake on. I put on that shitty green Del Sol, and it still had the 1.5 non-VTEC in it. It was
baby.
It was dog slow, and I went to Slow Joe's back when they were on their first place and O'Reilly Road, in the old building,
the brick building.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I went in there and I paid. Oh God, it had to have been $350 for it was an engine brand, cold air intake.
Just a pipe.
what?
Yeah, 100%, dude, in the box and everything, like retail, sales. Yeah, it was $300 something, and it was all packaged up. You can see that thing probably sitting on their fucking shelf for like 5 years.
They were
at that
probably
point.
so
And
happy
you
to
gotta
get rid of it that day.
And then you got to think that was at the height of like Fast and the Furious type kind of shit, where people were buying everything for these cars, and they still had like shit they couldn't sell and couldn't stay in business. So that'll just tell you how shitty like tuner retail sales is. Because even at that point, people were buying shit online.
Yeah.
So I paid like $300 something for this thing.
I didn't have internet in the
Dude,
store.
I popped that sucker on.
Yeah,
It
the
took, I
SRT4.
took it over. I don't remember. You remember Cassidy?
My full payment right there. Check. What that piece of shit?
Because at this point, no, Cassidy, he was a mechanic at Toyota at that point, but he played paintball with me, and so Brian and I at the time were still roommates. Yeah, no, he's a dude. Brian and I at the time were still roommates, and we used to go over there, and he would work on the cars with us and like help us out because he had this like kitted, bagged EK hatch with like
I
it
think
was
I remember
silver,
that thing.
and dude, it had this crazy wide body kit on it with all the stuff done to it, like turbo and all this bullshit, and it never ran right. But like I remember thinking it was the coolest car ever because I was like so stuck on Hondas, and I took it over there, and it took about like 3 hours for me to figure out how to put this fucking intake on, and you know what I mean, because I had no idea. This thing on. Took the wheel well covering completely out, left it out.
Oh, you had the really long, cold ram
Oh,
air
dude,
or
all the way
whatever.
down. That bitch was in the bottom behind the fog light.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, I remember
So
those
anyways, let me
fucking
tell you
things.
how I ended up with a motor shortly after that. I submarined that hoe over by, where was it? It was over by, what's that golf course out by Grace Creek?
I don't golf.
Anyways, there's a golf course out there, and
It was off Golfview, right?
Yeah.
It was off
And
Golfview.
so yeah, I ended up sucking some water hard, hydrolocking that motor, and then putting a JDM ZC in that sucker. Dude, talk about a big waste of money. If I was gonna dump that in there,
Fuck.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, dude. And then I was so excited because then I had a VTEC motor.
That's
Yeah,
how
right?
I.
And so then I just raced the ever living crap out of what essentially was like a on its best day a 15.9 in the quarter mile, like on its best day.
That was the best time of our lives.
Dude. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
All of 63 horsepower.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
To the
dude,
crank.
there's so much fun to be had in driving slow cars fast.
Yes.
It's highly underrated. When you don't ever get fast enough to hurt yourself or someone else.
You fucking wreck.
Dude, I always had the slow car. I don't know if y'all remember the 04 Civic I had. I know you remember it.
I do remember it. I remember it.
That there
Yeah.
was a blue one.
Yeah,
it was,
I remember
it
the
was,
blue
it
one.
was the 1
The
point,
EM1,
the
yep.
D15 is
remember
what it
it.
was. And I remember there's some in Will, you're right about it, man, because something about
Dude.
taking that thing and barely making it to 100 miles per hour is like, oh fuck, like,
It did it.
and you're going slow as shit.
Yeah.
But like you think it's fast.
It
as
took you
hell,
a
like-
half hour to get to that
Yeah,
100
oh,
miles an
yeah.
hour, but that half
Oh,
hour
yeah.
was the funnest half hour of your life.
Right.
I
Amen.
spent much of my youth living my life 1/4 mile at like 36 seconds per quarter mile, though. I'm not gonna lie.
R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, man, all right. Dude, what a G, what a legend. But no, seriously though, like I mean, that's probably why I got away with not getting so many tickets at first, is because my cars were too slow to actually be categorized as like street racing or speeding whilst doing those things.
Do you remember that Fayetteville made a task force to strictly hunt
Dude,
us down?
dude,
I remember
I
that,
remember
yeah.
that because I was the first one that got nicked by it.
Now here's the question.
Sessions was the guy's
Yeah,
name.
Officer Sessions.
Yes.
Dude, do you remember Matt Schranz?
No.
Dude, Matt Schranz had the silver Integra. He worked at Rick Hendrick Toyota with because I worked in the detail there, and he worked on the service side and was ended up being a service rider for a while. And he had a super clean LS Integra, silver, like the last generation of it was like a 01, I think.
Did he have a Civic with a Lexus IS300 swap front end? Just the front end?
No.
No?
Because he had that Integra, and then what happened was they created that task force. It was right after it was a soldier with like a WS6 or something
killed himself.
killed himself and wrecked into a van, lost control, whatever, killed everybody, and then they were like, "Yo, we're cracking down on the street racing. This shit's crazy." And then they had Sesams with all the undercover SUVs and the other stuff going around looking for people.
Before you get into that, is it true they had the Corvette down there?
The state Raleigh has the highest
Raleigh,
patrol.
yeah.
Raleigh had that. That's
Raleigh,
right.
yeah.
Everybody kept saying Fayetteville for like the longest time.
No,
There's fucking way.
he patrolled the
There's no
95 corridor. I don't know if he ever got this far south.
You know what the crazy thing is? I still bust his ass.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I remember, like, Matt. This was literally the week that they announced that they were going to do a hardcore break, like, you know, they were going to break down all the speeding and all the street racing. They started coming to the meets and breaking them up, and they had the cops walking through the meets in plain clothes and waiting to hear where people are going to be racing and stuff.
I remember that. I'll never forget that.
And like they had that. Remember, got busted because he was actually street racing with his personal car. It was a Scion TC, and he got like busted
What
street
a
racing.
loser.
Yeah, dude. Dude, first of all, you got a slow ass car. I mean, as somebody else who had one, I know, not a TC, but a slow car. I would never own a TC. I respect myself.
We have too much respect for ourselves.
Yeah, no, I lost my virginity at that point. So, so Matt had this car, and I would actually always beat him, which is a testament to how slow that Integra was. And then he put a set of cams. I think we got some Brian Crowder cams and put them in there, and of course not tuned. It took us like a half day to figure out how to figure this thing out. And the very first time we took it out for a test drive, we decided to just run them up. No, just run it out, just see what was happening. So of course we're on Skybo.
That's like the worst.
So of course,
why would you do that?
And directly in front of Sessoms.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is where it happens of all the people. So we're running right at this point because he
for Coors Light.
Yeah, no.
Just so you guys know.
So he comes out after us.
They can see us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's camera.
Okay.
I totally didn't see
Motherfucker,
that.
when you got here, you saw mics but didn't see the fucking cameras?
No, I told. Well, obviously, I'm a kid at a doctor's office.
Coors definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Bend over, son. No.
Let me see it.
Spread your cheeks and lift your sack. No. That's actually what happened after this story. No, so so we go do like a nice little second gear pull just to see how it's going, and I think he pulled me by like a fender, right? After spending like $700 on cams, so of course he made like 3 horsepower or something like that, probably, and it could have been attributed to just like I messed up or something. Whatever. We do a pull and we slow down and we're talking through the window, and I see the SUV just bawling up my ass from behind, and I'm like, yo, it's the cops, we gotta go. And so it just downshift, and like both of us are then running through traffic, and like I'm doing like a solid 60 miles an hour in the 45 trying to escape from this cop.
Solid 60.
And so Matt picks the right lane to get away, and I ended up getting stuck, and so I start blocking Sessoms with my car from him catching Matt. And so anyways, kids, that's how I got thrown on the ground and handcuffed at gunpoint.
Yeah. Sessoms
Did
was
not play around.
Was an angry person.
Yeah, and then the best part about this is that we were planning to have a hotel party later that night already, and it was at the hotel. It was in the mall parking lot. God, I can't remember. I don't remember because they kept killing hookers there. It was the craziest shit. Nice. Yeah, but
it was the cheapest in town.
It was.
I'm pretty sure.
And we would
that's
rent it there just to
you
throw.
couldn't beat the rates.
Exactly, we would just throw parties
Absolutely.
there. So I remember leaving there, right, and then Pee Wee picked me up because my lawyer got me out, and so Pee Wee picked me up, and we go back to the party, and Matt's got his car there. I was like, Matt, take your car, because this is what Rick Hendrick Toyota was still where the Jeep dealership is now. Right. And I was like, take your car, because that's where we both work. And I was like, take your car and park it in the back lot, in the where they have the recon cars, and just leave it there for like a week. You don't need to be driving the car. Like, the man's looking for a silver Integra, and we were just street racing on Skybo.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, we're drinking. We're all underage at this point too. This is really just we're having a great time.
And I'm assuming he did not move.
No, he left it parked there on the roadside.
He's a genius.
On the roadside. So Sessoms drives by, sees the silver Integra, and this is the best part. Pulls up with the flatbed with my Del Sol still on it.
Oh man.
Because they didn't pound it in already.
So not only did he get caught with the car,
yes,
then you got caught and busted for the party.
Yes,
motherfucker, that's terrible.
I ended up jumping out of the window of the hotel, and I'm sliding down the water, like the water pipe to the fire escape, and then run down on the street, because they're like, when I got out, they're like, if we catch you or find out that you're lying about anything involved in this story, because I was like, I don't know who this guy is. And they're like, why'd you block? I was like, I wasn't trying to block, obviously. And he's like, if we find out anything, he's like, you're going to jail and your lawyer can't get you. And I was like,
I like these threats they make.
Exactly. Yeah. So
They talk a big game. They talk a big game, but they don't know.
So
Just
they don't
an
know.
LEO.
yeah, exactly. So then I ran down to the gas station on the corner there, and Pee Wee met me there and drove me out to Hoke County, and then I stayed in Hoke County for a couple weeks, and I just kind of didn't come to Fayetteville for a while because reasons.
I don't believe it.
I
I
definitely
don't
would have
believe.
left my damn self.
I don't believe they should sit here and track us down like that, like they did. They tracked us down like we were rats.
I don't know how it is
to be
now.
fair, we
back in
were
the
at the
day-
time breaking the law quite a lot.
I don't know how it
you're
is
right.
now, but back in the day, we used to. What was that place called over there by where the Nissan dealership is now? It used to be
Empty parking lot.
that empty.
No, you're talking about the players, the pool hall that was there.
No.
Yes.
Nissan, the dealership, and then there was that little shop
mall.
there. It was like Sunset. It wasn't Sunset.
Yes, but in the back of it was players pool hall there. Yes.
Oh, that
Diamond
was that,
Auto
I'm talking
Sport.
about that little strip there by the apartments. We used
Yeah.
to race there.
Diamond
yeah.
Auto Sport was
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
You know what
Diamond
I'm
Auto Sports.
talking
Yeah,
about,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Diamonds,
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it was.
Diamond Auto
Diamonds.
Spots.
Yeah. Okay, diamonds.
Yeah.
You're not on the microphone,
Shut
so we
the
can't
fuck
hear
up.
you.
Shut
It's
the
okay.
fuck up.
Don't yell at him.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
sorry.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
I'm
do
sorry.
remember that too. Do you remember though back when it used to be over behind El Cazador? I can't remember what it was at the time before it changed names.
Where
to
at? What
behind
road?
El
Academy
Caz-
Sports.
No, before it was Academy. No, no. I'm talking about El Cazador, behind the McDonald's and El Cazador. No, but before it was Gander Mountain. There was another business there. I can't remember what it was. It
not
was Sam's
H.H.
Club. It was the
Greg.
old Sam's Club.
Yeah,
it was the
was.
old Sam's Club
Yeah.
parking. That's right.
I don't
This is
remember me
years
there.
ago.
I thought we used
This
to
may
be
have been
Circuit
before you.
City-
This may have been
Circuit
before
City.
your time.
Yeah.
And that's not trying to be rude.
No.
You just may
This
have
is
not
like
been.
99, 2000
wasn't.
era.
Dude,
Yeah,
we
I
were
just
out
came in
there,
late.
and do you remember? I can't remember who the guy. I can't remember his name. He was somebody that I knew was from a Hope County crowd.
It was AT&T.
AT&T.
Yep.
The phone provider?
The shorter building that was there.
No, there was a Sam's Club there.
Yeah, it was a Sam's
There
Club
was a
originally.
Sam's Club.
Yeah,
there.
I know it was the old Sam's Club. But
Yeah.
The parking lot where we used to hang out, not the Gander Mountain side, but
No, this was in the Gander Mountain side though.
Yeah.
The story I'm telling, this is in the Gander Mountain
This
side.
is where that dude
Because-
shot that dude with the shotgun.
Yes, you remember that shit, dude.
Yes.
Where he guy fucking pulled a shotgun, and the other dude pulled out a fucking AK, and dude, they were just spraying over the top of their cars at
Dude,
each other.
yeah.
And there was no joke, 300 cars and easily 500 people in this parking lot,
right.
and they just fucking started
I
at it.
was not there for that, but I do remember we used to meet up there.
Dude.
And there was a guy that used to drive a fucking Chevy Blazer with Lambo doors. He called it the Blazerade.
I do
I
remember
don't-
that.
It was. It
you-
looked like
do-
a bowling ball.
Now, speaking of old school Fable stuff, do you remember Yanni, the Greek dude that had the black Supra that was ridiculous fast? His dad owned all the Baldinos in Fayetteville.
Yes, he actually
Yes.
owns a pizzeria joint called
Huh?
Sopies.
Yeah, Yanni
Yeah.
Pappas, dude.
He owns Sopies.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Dude, that was also in that same time period where he would go out there and we'd street race right there in front of the parking lot, setting him up.
My mom are really good friends.
Dude,
Isn't he own Sopies now?
I don't know.
Because
I think so.
Fucking bitching.
no, Sopies used to be. No, you're talking about a different guy. You're talking about the guy that owned Primo Pizza that had the red Super, the auto one. He had Sopies. John never came on street race, and that was an auto Super and was slow as balls.
Yeah.
Mr. Girafo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, check this out. So I'm on Facebook friends with this dude named Ryan Adema, right? Sure as shit. Like when that whole thing was going down with that dude
drinking?
Poison at all the pizza places, he was like, "That's my dad."
I couldn't hear on the last
You're
one.
talking about Joey Girafo.
Yeah.
You poisoned the pizza places?
No,
I
not
didn't-
me.
No,
Specifically.
they did put
fuck?
rat poison in the cheese
So-
the one
Oh,
time.
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah, I do remember that.
I was
How
friends
could
with
you
this guy
forget?
named Ryan Adema on Facebook. I still am. Pretty cool dude. His dad worked here in Fayetteville, and he only found out that was his dad when he hit the news for poisoning pizza. He's like, "That's my fucking long lost dad."
Yo.
And he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, that's legit my dad. Here's a picture."
They are so lucky that somebody caught him before that happened.
Right.
Like unbelievably lucky because that would have been he would have been out of he was already that place went under that location went under shortly afterwards because of this problem. But like they would have been sued out of existence.
Right.
Oh my God. It's crazy. The food service industry is reckless and
It's ruthless as shit. They went to
Oh,
machines
yeah.
at
Speaking of
McDonald's.
Primo.
dude, I used to work at Primo.
Yeah, you did.
I worked there for like 3 weeks, man. Deliver.
That's a
It
hell of
was
a
like
career.
3 months,
It was a
whatever.
little longer
It was a
than
very
that.
no. It was a very short time because I was still working at Sears.
Longer than 3 weeks.
No,
Did
it
you
was very
invest in your
short.
Roth?
No, because what happened was you remember John's son, the youngest one? I got fired because I got into a physical altercation with him. He was like 16. I was 20.
Joey?
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. I was like, because I remember somebody said something. I don't know. He always get mad because people would hit on his sister because she had a big old booty. And Marissa, yeah, you remember. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so people would always be like hitting on her and stuff, and he would get mad. And at the time, I was a good little boy. I did not do any of that because I had a long-term girlfriend who then became, well, yeah, exactly. And
Exactly.
and I was a good boy and didn't do anything. But I remember we got into an argument one time in the back because we were doing something with prep, and the kid started mouthing off to me, and I was just like, brother, you're not going to talk to me like that.
Not
and he's
today.
like, my dad owns the company. And I was like, well, your dad ain't here right now. And then I choke slammed him against the walk-in.
Love it.
And
He felt privileged because
I checked him. Dude,
Pull
I
your
checked.
card
And
on
here's the
this,
thing.
bitch.
Here's the thing, man. Look, when I was younger, I got checked a couple times too when I did stuff like that and would run my mouth too much, and people at work would be like, I don't like what you're saying. You're going to catch these hands. And
who hasn't done that?
Exactly.
Though,
So
know?
like sometimes you're the person who does that, and sometimes you're the person who receives that.
Remember at the car wash class, Demozic?
Dude, yes.
And we fucked with Brian, and
Yes.
we didn't say, okay, so Demozic's fully Spanish, like knows Spanish fluently. And we had Brian at the time say something in Spanish about him. And Demozic was like, yo, what the fuck you say? And like ran up on him, and Brian about shit himself with that parking lot. And he's like, no, I'm just fucking with you. These two told me to fuck with you.
Yeah. So like, sometimes you gotta be that. So anyways, that was the end of my time there, but I was still working full time at Sears, and I worked part time there.
I remember when you were at Sears. I do
just trying to
that.
just make ends meet.
That's
You
when
know
you
what I
had
mean?
the
Have extra bills.
silver
I had the,
SI, right?
No, I had the white Civic at that point.
The white.
I had the
Civic,
white. I
that's
had the
right,
white
and it had
Civic.
the
Yeah.
B
Four
swap
door.
in there.
No, it was a
Two-door.
two-door. It was a two-door.
Two-door,
Yeah.
yeah.
Two-door, he had a B swap in there.
It was a
Yeah.
99, right?
No, it was a
98?
96.
96 with a B swap.
96 with the 2000 SI.
Yep.
No, it still had the 96 front end. I never did the front end swap. I like the 96 front end.
Yeah.
But it had a SI swap, and then I rebuilt the motor because when I bought it, it had.
You did that in like a weekend too, didn't you?
I did it in one day.
You did it.
Yeah, I did.
You
And
had
I did,
it-
dude.
You had
No,
it
here's the
pulled
crazy
out
thing.
and then
No,
you
dude,
tore it
here's the
apart,
crazy.
right?
Owning the fucking
No, dude, here's the crazy thing. I did it behind my dad's house. So if you you've been to my dad's house, you know what this is like. It's not like like a pad where you can park your car and work on or do anything. It's literally like grass before like a hard drop off down like a hill. And so like I have this bitch parked here on the grass, and it's like it's ghetto as hell. I have it jacked up on some pieces of wood, and I have a tarp laid out under there.
Dude.
I left the block with the mounts on it and the transmission on it in the car, ripped the head off. I honed it out, re-ringed it, new bearings, new thrust washers, everything,
Dude.
put it all back together, retimed it, and just rolled with that sucker, dude.
I work at, dude, I don't know if I can do that in my age
Dude, with
now.
a drill hone, brother.
yeah.
Dude, I was
I
in there.
don't-
Yo,
dude.
and this is the first time I'd rebuilt a motor. I didn't know what I was doing, and I'm in there with the drill hone from the top, and I was like, I hit it from the fucking bottom, too. And dude, with the oil squirters there in the way, I was like, right through that sucker, dude. Yo.
But I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey,
I couldn't do that shit nowadays.
I can't say what I used to describe that car because we're on YouTube, but that car ran 100 times better after I did that, and that was probably the shittiest rebuild. It was 100% luck.
I remember
like,
that.
I didn't even pay attention to ring gap. I didn't pay attention to how the rings were.
Just threw it together and
dude,
said,
the
"Fucking
most that I
send it."
did was make sure that the gap for the compression ring was different sides from the oil ring. Because that was it. Literally, the only thing that I knew was like Vale had rebuilt his motor and
stuff.
it is very important, and he had the gaps all lined up and just had one cylinder just
I
juicing
remember,
oil.
I remember
on his
after
Civic.
the rebuild, it was about 2 or 3 weeks
Dude,
later.
that
And actually,
thing-
it wasn't even 2 or 3 weeks later. Matter of fact,
That thing went so hard, it was unreal.
When you rebuilt it, I remember we were riding together doing something, and we went to go Pee-wee to do a test run on the new motor.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, I can't go too hard on it. Pee-wee was like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
And we laid out on it.
Dude,
Laid out on some backwoods fucking
dude,
road.
I remember the first time that I like it was like I had why am I drawing a blank on his name? Tim, taller
Tim,
black guy that had the
he had the-
supercharged,
he had the supercharged
yeah.
hatch.
Dude,
Timmy
I took-
Tim. He's
Timmy,
on my
Timmy,
Facebook.
Yeah, I took him for a
Supercharged
ride. I
hatch.
took him for a ride right after I'd fixed it, and there was an SRT4 that was out, and
It
he
wasn't Gaziano, was it?
Dude, no, it wasn't Gaziano. No, it wasn't Gaziano. No, no,
Mike.
no.
The red SRT.
No, it wasn't Mike. No, this was a random dude. I have no idea who this person was. No, I'm talking about the SRT4. I have no idea who it was.
Oh.
No, so,
The Mike's in their SRT.
dude, I go out and I'm just showing him
Mike's
like
in
a
their
test hit,
SRTs.
right? And he was like, dude, it's actually like this thing pulls pretty good. And then this SRT4 pulls up to me. I'm in a third gear on a B series. Like them things are about to run out at like third gear in this turbo car. Dude, I absolutely dog walked this guy like 3 cars.
Keith.
3. It could have been. Dude, Keith got dog walked at all times. I could tell some great stories about
Oh,
him.
you too?
No, dude.
Well,
Dude, you weren't there when he got thrown through a windshield
I was.
of his own car.
Remember when he was drunk and then got pulled out that fucking Excalibur sword?
Yes, that's what. That's
Rusty's?
No, he's done it. No, he's done that multiple times.
Has he?
Dude, he did that to the Pizza Hut, and Marcus threw him through the windshield of his own car.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was
GXP
ridiculous.
Marcus.
Dude, Marcus, dude, I would out of all the people to pick a fight with, why are you going to pick a fight with a dude who looks like Debo from Friday minus about like a half foot.
He
was a
should've
little
swung
shorter,
early.
but that dude was
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah, he was big.
Dude, at no point would I ever pick a fight with Marcus.
No.
And like I always to this day, Marcus P, dude, if I see him, what's up, dog? All right, cool. You know what I mean? I would never want to be on his bad side.
I haven't seen
Ever.
him in years.
I haven't either. Yeah,
That guy
apparently, I think he still
Brandon-
works at Pure Later, I think.
Oh, good for him.
I think he's like
Man,
running
it's
something.
Man
I think
and
he's
Hummel, man.
running
It's
something
Man
over
and
there.
Hummel,
He
man.
probably owns the Pure Later place
But-
now at
Yeah,
this
probably.
point.
Speaking of you working on the drop off and on the
Yeah.
ground, like I remember doing that shit back in the day.
Dude,
and
never again.
Now I
Never
would never
again.
do. I work at
Look-
a shop now. I got a lift. I am
Look,
so
I've
spoiled.
gotta- look,
I won't even do a brake job in my driveway
Dude,
anymore. Like,
this is no
Must be
joke.
nice.
my
Dude,
knees
this is
and ankles will
dude,
yell at me.
No joke. One of the drain tubes on my sunroof disconnected, right? And so I have this little leak in my headliner, and I'm being so lazy because I just don't want to do it in a parking lot because I don't have like the house or
No,
the garage and
absolutely
everything
not.
anymore,
No.
right? And I'm just like, I just want to be inside right now because I don't want to do this, and I'm just gonna keep putting it off until eventually
Yeah.
I have no choice but to do it. I'm pretty certain it's just the tube. Who knows? I don't know because
You
I'm too
should do
lazy.
it.
I'm too lazy.
But mentally though, you don't have a lift. Like you can't get up under
Dude,
there.
well, the thing
like,
is like,
you
and I don't
wanna
have
get
any
on
more
the
excuses though,
underneath,
because I
like-
have all my tools again. I don't have like the crazy amount of
okay.
tools that I used to have,
Right.
but I have enough to where I could take the car apart backwards, forwards, and
Dude,
put it back together.
my-
and I don't know, man. Like I just can't get the excitement to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It used to be. You remember, dude, at all times in the garage,
My
day in day out, and now,
my toolbox at the shop, man. I got 3 boxes, about to get a 4th.
dude.
Like, and then like at my house, I got like a bag. You
Dude,
know,
you know-
so
you
it's
know
like
the-
because I know at the house
No,
I'm not going to do shit.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Now-
work on my little bikes. Like I work on my bikes. But when I if I really got some major work to do, like fuck that. I'm going to the shop.
If there
I'm
is
not doing anything
there-
at the house.
if there is
feel you on
Fuck
anybody
that carport.
who's mechanically inclined or does any sort of work with hand tools that's listening to this, learn from my mistake. Never sell them. Never,
ever
sell.
ever.
There are 2 things in life that depreciate incredibly fast, and it's tools and cars.
Yeah.
and you will never get the money back, even though like
Right.
I paid
And
those
if you
tools
have a-
off
and if
and
you
I
have a-
earned thousands and thousands of dollars with those tools. You would think that they still, because they work just fine, they would have some kind of value still. I had probably somewhere in the neighborhood around $20,000 from
Nice.
Cornwell alone.
What kind of
From
tool
Cor-
set did you start with?
When I started, as
Basic,
first off,
yeah.
dude. First off, I had they were like hand-me-down tools from
No.
my dad.
I was just about to
Like-
say that every has started out with the Craftsman hand.
No,
tool
not
set
even
from my
Craftsman.
father.
Not even Craftsman. Craftsman's
Yes.
too
I
nice.
started out with the
Stanley,
Craftsman.
dude. Stanley
Stanley,
Walmart
too,
bullshit, dude. I had a
Yeah.
couple of Stanley little fucking like wrenches and like a socket set and some screwdrivers, and that was it. And then when I that was like when I worked at Jiffy Lube. And had that fucking shitty gray Integra.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Dude, because you know the struggle.
Fuck,
you know the
man.
struggle,
No,
dude.
I don't like to be reminded of
I
that.
know, me either.
Can we edit that out?
Yeah, no, it's too late.
Let's edit that out.
And then like as the years go by, I was like, I'll buy nicer things, and so I started working at the Mazda dealership, and I got like a little box, like those ones that you set on top of another box. You know what I'm talking about, like the tackle box
hutches.
style, a hutch one.
Yeah.
So I got like a tackle box hutch, and I
Tackle box.
yeah, exactly. And I will never forget this. I had like 3 things from Craftsman and like all my little Stanley shit. And I was so hyped. And you look around and everybody's got like their $40,000 boxes and stuff because you work at a dealership. And the trucks all came on the same day, just half hour after another. So you had the Matco truck, then the Snap-on truck, and then the Cornwell truck. And so the Matco showed up, and I was not really geeked about it because at the time, you get hyped about stuff, right? Like you get excited and
Well, not just that. You get on the truck and you see all the shiny.
Well, no, but you
see the
really
shiny,
start.
you're
You
like,
see how you have a
fuck,
Matco
yeah.
hat, right? You get sort of brand loyal about some stuff, right? And at the time, and you get hyped. At the time, like, and to this day, people still like Snap-on. Like, oh,
My
it's
dad's
King
one of
King,
those
like,
Snap-on guys.
Snap-on.
Oh, God,
Like,
yeah.
I'd buy a Snap-on dildo just for my ass,
Well,
like
just
kind of. You
your
know what I
dick
mean?
ain't
Like,
hard, you ain't
yeah,
using Snap-on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
You know
just
what I
to
mean?
pause you for
So-
a second, I've had Harbor Freight shit for I don't know how long.
dude.
and I
Oh yeah,
still
no.
fucking use it.
No, this is where I'm going to get to
Amazing.
the point.
Amazing.
I started there. I was the oil change guy. All right,
Yeah.
like those, I hadn't even gotten to where I was doing PDIs and like recons and stuff for cars. Yeah, I was literally the guy who did the oil change for people that still had a warranty on their car because that way, if I blew it up, the Mazda would pay for it, kind of thing. Like they were like,
Right.
you don't know shit, and
Well, that way there's not a huge
yeah,
liability
exactly.
on your
So,
job, and there was a warranty.
so
anyway.
I walk into the Snap-on truck, and I'm all excited, and I'm trying to buy stuff, and I'll never forget how he just ignored me, and like he knew that I was just like the new kid who had no money and was probably going to spend $40 and didn't care. Like, he was like, fuck you, and just ignored me. I tried to ask questions, and he was like talking with some of the master techs there, and that was it. And then I'll never forget this dude, the coolest tool man, and I haven't checked on him in a while. I think I have him on social somewhere. Terry Klein.
He is
pulled
no
up.
longer.
I know he's no longer. I no longer. He sold that. I remember that.
Yeah.
He pulled up, and dude, he talked with me for like a solid half hour. Told me what he was like. Look, I used to be a mechanic. I used to work at the Subaru dealership. Told me his whole story. Here's what I think you should get starting out. Don't overspend. Figure out if you actually like this career before you get in debt, and then you decide you hate working on cars.
Some tool people are like that.
They're
what
awesome. A great guy.
Yeah.
And I wish he'd have told me then, don't do this fucking job.
Yeah.
Buy some tools for me, but don't do this fucking job, you idiot. Because 9 years later, it fucked my life. So yeah, but he still did try to like, hey, you figure it out for yourself. So he sold me like oil filter pliers and like a screwdriver or something like that. And dude, I'm telling you, because of him being chill, I came back to him every time. Dude, no matter where I went, if he didn't even come there, I would find him. No matter what shop I worked at, and like that's just who I bought tools from. And like I'm not kidding, over $20,000 over the years.
I got a guy right now. He's Gear Wrench. Mm-hmm. His name's Mike Yarder. Real good guy, and he always hooks me up with discounts. But that's because I bought so much from him. But our Snap-on guy, he or she doesn't come around. But every Corey. She doesn't come around.
That's where I'm at with that.
She only comes around like every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you something. I have wrenches that are sitting on my Snap-on box with her name on it that she never came back and got.
Well, she only comes by every 3 months, and so I needed some warranty the other day on a ratchet that I broke the head off of.
Yeah.
And I had to call her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there." 2 weeks later, she finally shows up for my warranty.
She tried charging me for my my wrench breaking.
I do not buy Snap-on anymore.
Dude, I would never. I would never buy Strap-on.
I do not buy Cornwell anymore. I buy straight from the Gear Wrench because why? They were supposed to be like the innovators of the ratcheting wrench.
Yeah.
Well, and
the ratcheting wrench.
That thing is amazing.
Now I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the prices are so much cheaper on the Gear Wrench truck that it's like you're just above Harbor Freight, but you're like right.
Harbor Freight's not bad. I watched.
Now here's the thing.
Bad.
Here's the
it's
thing, though.
Bad.
You know what is bad about Harbor Freight though is that the value per dollar is no longer there because their prices have gone up and their quality has not.
Their quality of the Icon set. I don't.
Yeah, but even then, I have seen it. But like you're still looking at almost tool truck prices.
I've seen videos where people pull back labels and it was like name brand shit. Harbor Freight.
They're double-ended ratcheting long.
No, dude, no, don't
Those
you?
Those things are only $130.
Dude, you can.
Snap-on is $500.
Why would you?
$60.
Okay, I was about to talk about my favorite tool I've ever purchased, which is outside of, and you can
Mine
hate me.
is my 6-foot pry bar.
You can take this for whatever you want. I've had a BFH, like all those whatever.
Yeah.
But outside of the Milwaukee Fuel cordless line of anything, those are the amazing. Dude, they're the best, dude. Oh my god, I have like 6 of them right now.
I even started getting their lawn care.
All right, but
dang it.
Hear me out. It used to be called Easy Red. And now the company's called Mountain, and they make double-ended ratcheting flex head wrenches. Dude, I swear to God, they are fucking insane.
They are
sometimes they're
a lifesaver.
Dude, you can get into places you didn't know that you could get to, and then apply like your whole ass amount of torque on it.
It will
insane.
never jump a tooth.
Dude, crazy. You will break them eventually. Because you can put so much ass on them, and because they are flex head. But dude, they have a lifetime warranty, and they're like $130 on Amazon right now.
I have a set in metric and standard, and that is like my go-to, especially for the deep end, like in the bay. Like,
dude, as I got like to where I really just wanted to do only alignments because that was my thing. Dude, those are the best. You're on the eccentrics. You can do whatever you want. It's got a posable.
Talking to the mic.
It's got a posable. Yeah, my bad. It's got a posable side, so you just notch the piece, and then you can go the other direction with it, tighten it up. Great, wonderful, 100% worth the money. I don't know about the Gear Wrench ones. I don't know about the Icon ones.
I don't have the Gear Wrench ones, but I got
the Icon ones. Look, that brand
if you made them and you're listening, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sponsor me.
That's
I will sponsor me. No, seriously, like they were a lifesaver, and that was the first purchase when I moved back. I had no tools.
How was Japan?
Oh, dude,
I envy you for that,
dude. Wonderful. Let me tell you the crazy thing about Japan, and it is to this day. I like food. Yeah. I own a restaurant. I do a lot of things with food. The best hamburger I've ever had in my life
What?
in my life. No,
What?
in my life.
Don't say squid burger.
No.
What?
It was in Japan.
Yeah.
In Japan, dude.
What?
Dude,
It's all natural,
dude,
probably.
No. You know why? Because they use. There's an island off the coast of Okinawa. Oh, and I say off the coast. It's quite
it's
a
all
bit away.
grass-fed out
no,
there probably,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure. But it's there. It's called Ishigaki, and they raise A5 Wagyu beef there. It's not Kobe beef because Kobe beef only comes from Kobe, kind of like how Champagne only comes from Champagne, France, and the rest is sparkling wine, kind of bullshit, whatever. So it's still A5 Wagyu beef.
I thought wine was Italian.
Okay. So they take this and they blend it with ground chuck. So they have this like incredibly fatty, unctuous, delicious beef, like some of the highest quality beef in the world, and then they blend it with like a coarse like lean chuck from just regular cows, and they do smash patties, 2 of them double stacked on a burger, dude. Oh my god, life changing. Fresh toppings, fresh ingredients, nothing crazy. Like the beef, of course, was crazy, but they kind of let it speak. And dude, I'm serious. I still dream about that burger.
Just to look at it,
You
though,
can probably
'cause
order it.
the culture out there is a lot
anything
different too.
nowadays.
I know,
Yeah.
and they're a little more strict. So, and I heard, and I don't know if this is too much true or not, but like when you go and see an advertisement for McDonald's or whatever it is, it's this nice put together burger.
No, this
but
is
then,
the same.
But then
It's actually how it looks.
no shit.
That's actually how it looks.
when you go
Because
when you
look,
go right down
here,
the
you get the
street
people's
to
elbow.
Rayford Road,
You get the people's elbow dropped on
when
it
you go
first
right
in
down
the
the
bag.
street to Rayford Road,
Yeah.
it is like soggy, nasty.
Dude,
looking
no.
like halfway
Dude, this
put
is the
together,
thing that I encountered when I was there, and I thought it was funny because my dad always would tell me this when I was growing up, and I didn't always live by this mantra. I try to as best I can as an adult now, but he was like, if there's a job worth doing, do it well, because if you're getting paid to do it to the best of your ability as you're paid to do it.
And over there, they're doing it
Dude,
well.
I swear to God, that's like their fucking life mantra for everyone there. You go to the fucking McDonald's there, the burger that you get in my time that I was there, and this is, colored, of course, literally was like that.
And the culture over there is strict like that because, I mean, they're,
they
very,
do have like a sort of emphasis on perfection. I don't know if it's sustainable.
Because I go to
I
get
can't
my
talk.
I go to
we
get
can't
my
talk
kids
about
a
some of the
Happy
things
Meal.
that I did see over here because YouTube might not like that, and we might get
I go to get
whatever.
my
But
kids
there
a
are
Happy Meal, and
stresses.
it's always fucked up.
There are
My meals for my kids is
yeah.
always
No,
fucked
dude.
up.
No, dude. Trust me. But it does bring its own stresses. That can you talk about people on YouTube?
You can't say like things.
I can still hear
Can we
you.
talk?
Mean stuff.
I know, but can we talk about people that are no longer with us on YouTube? And okay, but like, dude, it drives a crazy suicide rate. This like source of perfection
Over there?
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Really?
And this is no joke, dude. When I was there working in the scuba locker, they would pull bodies out of the water frequently from people that would, because of stress in life and feeling like a failure or whatever reason, and they would just go to the cliffs and throw themselves off.
I haven't even been outside the
They
country,
still
so
live
I
by
don't
like
know.
that samurai decree, don't they?
I don't know about that by per se. Some maybe do, or like the ultra nationalists do.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like it is wild. I will say that they're when you go into like a Walmart and you see like 900 things not where it belongs on the shelf. There that never happens.
And you go there,
You
and
know
it's
what I
like
mean? Now
perfectly stacked and
now that
everything.
there is a lot
That's
of
crazy.
there is a lot of differences though. There are so many differences. They probably get paid better than the employees that work at Walmart's here. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
They like the people that work there at whatever they're doing can afford to do whatever they want within reason for their life. Does that make sense? Like you can live a very comfortable middle class life working at what's called a make man, which is like their version of Home Depot. And it is what it is. The prices are a little higher, but the people that work there get to actually live as human beings, which is a wild concept.
Which here is definitely not the same.
No, we have essentially
Definitely not.
wage slavery.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
And anybody who's ever worked in retail in the U.S.
Or customer
knows,
service in general.
yeah, generally speaking, or in the food service industry. Let me tell you, I remember when we first opened the restaurant, and we didn't have any employees. Right, it was just owner operated at first. When we were starting to get employees, we were like, we're gonna make sure we pay more than minimum wage. We want people to come here that want to work here, and like we want them to be focused on quality like we are. Well, how do you do that?
Are you
gotta
talking
pay
about
them.
your restaurant?
Yeah, my-
Restaurant?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, how do you do that? And it's like, well, you pay them more. Well, the crazy thing is now it's like it's even more than that you have to go up now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for small businesses, it's quite hard, but on a macro level, it's definitely important that things like that happen, because eventually you do work towards something like the Japanese mindset, where you can get into a place, get what you want. It's there. It's nice. You don't have to worry about fist fighting somebody in the parking lot or one of the employees for whatever reason.
So not only are you serving good food, you're serving quality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Quality of like
quality
the
of life.
service.
When you want a quality of life too, you want a quality of life for the
absolutely.
people that work for you too, or work with you. So that I would say is the biggest difference in the culture there, is that they care about the people that are there. America sort of went on this like super hardcore individualism tangent years ago. I would say it was during Reagan, and it sort of just.
Fuck's he look at me when he says Reagan?
Actually, it was Kennedy.
Because you're Republican.
It was Kennedy, but
he took it back.
Hey, look, and so no, but like, there really was sort of a departure from what can we do together as a country and put people on the moon and do crazy shit, to what can I do for me right now and fuck everyone else. Yeah. And Japan still, like, Japan is not perfect by any means. Let me tell you, there are plenty of faults there. And it's shown in the way that their society is. But there is a lot of cool stuff. Like, I don't think there's any perfect country, but it was definitely a cool time in my life. And I would definitely enjoy.
I remember the pictures that you would post on Facebook, longboarding. That fucking white car you had out there, which
the Integra, the Type R?
Dude, the Type R. That thing was sweet looking. Like, it looked like you had a ton of fun out there.
I did, honestly. I did, and here's the thing: if I had not been married at the time, I would have never gotten to experience that. So I have to accept that, and like as a matter of fact, I would have never lived there had I not gotten married.
Right.
And I have to always look at it through a lens of the parts of my time there that were not fun because of the individual I was married to.
Of the ex-marriage.
No, but it was like I actually, when I left Okinawa, I was so ready to come home. I wanted to get out of there, and I never wanted to go back. And now, having had years to go by and think about it, I actually had a really great time there.
It looked
in
like
spurts.
It looked like you did.
And it was just dragged down by the person that I was with. But actually holistically sort of looking at Okinawa as an island, Japan as a country, and my time there, I got to do some really cool shit. I got to meet some really cool people. I got to eat some.
Keep in contact with them?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
absolutely
great. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
And so that is really cool. And I wish at the time I hadn't been so angry about what was happening.
Speaking of,
thank you.
We're talking about the car thing now, and now we're in Okinawa. How is the car scene there compared to
So,
here? I know it's got to be totally fucking different.
So again, we're thinking we're looking like 2012, 2014. So a lot has changed, I'm sure.
Right.
At the time, the Bozu or Bozuzokai or whatever, I can't remember how to pronounce it. My Japanese is so shit from when I remember there. That was like the old school sort of like counterculture, almost gangster sort of side of things. And at the time when I was there, I remember looking at him like, yo, you look like Rufio from the Lost Boys. You know what I mean? With the hair and the way you dress. Like,
yeah, the triple mohawk.
I'm supposed to be worried about you.
Don't they love like Western culture?
Dude, yeah, but in a weird way. It's the way that it's different. And so they have like the mopeds, right? The scooters. And they would ride them around and do like hood rat shit with their friends. And then they'd have like the cars with like the crazy long exhaust pipes that are like
pictures of those, and they look like lightning bolts.
Yeah, and they weld them in different ways. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So that was there, and they would drive around and be like it'd be in the middle of the night, 2 a.m, and they're in the traffic circle, and they'd be driving around the circle, not leaving it, with the limiter pegged. Just at 3 a.m, just blowing your eardrums out, and because that's what they did. That was their way of like fighting back against this sort of like pursuit of perfection, and like people are going like, I'm the round peg that doesn't fit in the square hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they have that sort of aspect with it, and then there's also like a really big culture of racing, but not quarter-mile racing. You know what I mean? There is still a street racing culture there. It's just different. They don't drag race. They don't do highway
Tokyo drift kind of shit.
No,
no.
More. I would say.
Initial D.
Closer to Initial D. There was a lot of like toge racing that happened out there, even in Okinawa, which is actually quite mountainous on the northern part of the island. But there was a lot of that in like highway stuff. They have like the Kanjo, which is like a circular oval. And this is in Osaka. But they race around this circular part of this freeway. It's just like literally like a circle, and they just go out there and try to just go around as fast as they can, and run from the cops. That's literally it.
Sounds legit as fuck.
It's fun.
Oh yeah.
So
Y'all
that
keep
was
up
cool.
the good fight.
Yeah. And the car culture, like the modifications were, I would say, pretty similar. They did do a lot more.
Except for the exhaust, that's a little outrageous.
Yeah, no, but that's
do
just
shit
the
like
Bozu.
that.
That's just the Bozus.
But that's for them though.
No, that's just the Bozus. There was people that did just functional race car stuff.
Oh,
very similar to what we do in the U.S., but they did more of a thoughtful sort of approach, I would say. That's the one thing that I did pick up when I was
some
over
of that
there.
exhaust work does look beautiful.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
there are great craftsmen out
Okay,
there that make amazing parts. I mean, some of the craziest body parts, welding, exhaust, stuff like that people has bought as far as like off the shelf stuff comes from Japan. Some of the most beautiful looking pieces especially from the 90s. But they do things a little more like holistically, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in the US, and still to this day, we're like, just shove a big fucking V8 and throw a fucking Chinese turbo on that bitch.
And a Mazda,
that's
baby.
it.
Right.
I went and got this 5.3 from the junkyard, and I'm gonna put a Chinese whirly boy on it, and we're gonna see what happens. Moon tune and roll out.
Imagine being in Japan getting beat by a Chinese turbo.
Exactly. Well, I mean, so they do have like a little more of like sort of all over.
But they send us the shit T3s.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We get half-ass tiles.
Yeah. It's a teal at that point.
Is that a teal?
It's a teal. It's not even a tile. It's a teal.
Remember when Gretty blow-off valves? Like you had to get like the...
If you did not have the Gretty...
No, the
you
HKS.
Oh
It was the
my
HKS,
God.
dude.
It was both.
Damaging your engine?
Yeah. Because fuck Surge.
It was both the HKS.
You were getting some
and the
hardcore
Gretty.
compressor surge, but it sounded
if
good.
you did not have the Gretty or the HKS,
You were a
fucking
loser.
poser.
You were a loser. If you had that shitty XS power blow off valve that just went you were
the same thing?
just loser, dude.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How about the blue plate? Anybody remember the blue plate on the Neon? Everywhere you freaking go.
Yep.
That's all you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't miss that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't miss
either.
that. I don't at all.
It's the stupidest shit I've ever owned.
Matt, let me shift gears here, man. How's the family?
Family's good, man.
How's
4
the-
kids.
How's the kids doing?
I didn't get to see him this past weekend because of
What happened?
the ice on the road and everything.
Okay.
And it's going good, man. My son decided he wanted to cut his hair after he already had his hair cut.
Jesus.
Does
Does his head just look like a testicle, just bald?
Yeah, he
Just-
actually looks kind of like, American History X kind of thing going on.
Definitely not YouTube friendly.
But
Definitely not YouTube
definitely not. But he needed a haircut, and my other boy did too. So I decided to take them to get haircuts. And my boy that looks like the American History X, he said, "Dad, I want spikes." I said, "Hell yeah!" So we're gonna do a mid fade on the side, spike in the middle, and call it a day. Well, I guess his mom didn't do his hair.
Oh no.
And he went to school and it was all floppy looking. It was nasty looking.
Who's upset?
He decided to cut his hair.
Nice.
Again, after
with scissors or a razor?
Scissors.
Oh,
definitely
hell
scissors,
yeah.
And
Oh,
I
heck.
get
So my man looks like he's got the mange.
it's disgusting.
I love it.
So he gets the haircut and I get a picture from his mom, and man, I tell you what, he went skinhead on that. It was unreal.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but I said I was really mad at him at first. It was hard not to be mad, but he said, I said, "Son, what happened? Did somebody try and prank you? Did somebody try and talk you into doing it? Like how or why did you cut your hair?" And I was so mad. And then he said, "Dad, I just want to look handsome." And
Did you melt?
I died.
You should have
A
melted
little
right
bit
there.
Inside,
I'd have melted it.
I would have.
I'd
have been over it right there.
I definitely melted, and
Not even mad anymore.
it hurt. It hurt. It really did hurt, man. I felt bad for him.
But you have those memories now when you look on
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
and say, "Look at my skin-headed kid."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the good news is I saved $15 every time he was supposed to get the haircut until it's growed out. So
Ask him if he wants to keep it short. Might just save you a whole bunch. You do it yourself.
I can definitely do it. I got some clippers at the house.
Dad,
$20.
do you in?
The walls from Walmart.
The walls. Those are actually pretty expensive clippers, man.
They can get expensive. I just got a little $25, $30 one.
Do you have the constant problem they clog up?
Yeah, but I found a trick actually that was found on YouTube or TikTok or whatever they have, and the guy dips it in this solution and then he turns it on, and next thing you know, you see all these hairs shooting out, and it is like the best cleanser ever. I used to use the brush. I don't anymore.
You know, it's crazy how they make these things. Like, you're supposed to be able to take them apart to maintain them, but you can't because when you
can't. So what happens is, as the consumer, you end up spending like a bill. It's like $20 a year on new clippers because you cannot maintain them properly. Whereas a barber can fully take it apart. They can even go down to where they take the blades and sharpen them.
Yeah.
You know. So as a consumer, now I got to have an extra bill of $20 or $30 or $40 a year just for some clippers.
Man, do you see some of the hair utensils they have out now at these barbers, like the clippers and how expensive they get, like chef knives almost.
I don't want to talk about utensils because, and I'll tell you why. My girlfriend, she bought this. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like an earwax camera remover with a light. It's
like some Dr. Pimple Popper shit.
That's QVC
she has that
right
too. She has that fucking thing too. It's a vacuum. And she's like,
fuck?
She has a vacuum.
Could be.
This one's mine right here.
I don't know why, but she has this infatuation with popping pimples. She's like, babe,
That's
it's
every girl.
green.
That's every girl.
That's every freaking girl.
Every girl.
They're nasty.
You know what? And I thought it was just her, but I guess now I know.
No, it's every girl.
Yeah. So she has this thing, and it's a vacuum, and she sticks it on the pimple, and she
just
hits
pulls
this
that whole
button
fucking
and it
thing out.
sucks the green or whatever she calls it green.
Whoa,
In the
what's
mirror,
green?
it looks white,
Yeah, the whitehead.
and she sucks the whitehead
gross.
out of it.
It's gross.
But she has something else now. Instead of using a Q-tip, she has this pen, and it has an arm on there with a camera.
There we go.
It's good. Yeah.
And she can go in there with a camera on her smartphone and see her scooping the earwax out of my ear or her ear.
That's kind of gross.
That is.
It
gonna
is
lie.
gross, but
That's-
I tell you what, my
That's
ears
really
are clean
loud.
as
That's
fuck.
super scary.
My ears are clean as shit.
That's super scary.
What else
She
does it
takes
do?
care of me. That's about it. That's it.
Nice.
That's really it. It,
mean,
it has a light. You can change the
What
brightness
about
on the light.
what about when it goes in your booty hole?
That's where I was going.
Is that where
with
you're
it.
going with
Yeah,
that?
I was
That's
going
what
with
I
that whole
felt
It
that.
does
Yeah.
not
Like-
scrape hemorrhoids, but we need to go ahead and patent something.
I was
You
actually-
don't want to
At
scrape
home.
hemorrhoids.
She
At
could
home,
she
get
could
'em out.
camera her
Wait,
way to
but
your
the-
G spot.
You're supposed to just let the hemorrhoids grow large enough to where they do the cows and just put a rubber band on it and it falls off.
Hey, so let me
What if they're internal?
explain something really quick for.
That's why you use the
for our-
camera with the arm.
Let me explain something real quick for our one viewer, Austin. Thanks.
Oh, hey.
Thanks, Austin.
Hey, Austin.
We
Hey,
appreciate you.
Austin.
What's Austin's
Just-
last name?
Lewis.
Austin
He's fucking
Lewis. Come on
Dude,
down.
he literally follows every single stream, every podcast, everything that we do.
Welcome to the
He's
shit
our
show.
he has
Yeah.
literally our biggest fan. He's awesome.
We should send
So,
him a T-shirt.
We don't have any T-shirts for this.
Then you get
but
us
I'm
some.
gonna
I
send,
have-
I'm gonna send him
I
something.
have
Yeah.
an eighth of a beer left. You
I'm
can
gonna
have
send him
that.
something.
We should
I'll send him
something.
something. So check it out. Just to explain, we didn't have a producer for tonight because this was kind of an impromptu live test. What?
He's gonna hit the head as well.
Oh, gotcha.
I broke the seal. Now it's his turn.
So basically, right now, what I have done, we're in autopilot mode, so we're only on that camera up there.
oh,
We're
nice.
there now,
Oh,
we're
The
getting a thumbs
shittiest,
up.
the
Nice.
shittiest camera that I have. Actually,
Nice,
it's the
nice.
worst
So you get to be
quality
involved,
ever.
but you get to be
but
involved.
it can see all four of us,
and you get to be involved.
except for Matt right now. I can't see him taking a
He's
piss.
PPP.
Dude, the
So-
door's still open. Appreciate
That's
that.
fine.
Door's
pee
still
with
open.
all that?
That's fine. The camera can't see him. It's fine. So we're
I
on the
can see it.
overhead
I like
cam,
it.
which is the
I can see
absolute
it.
worst
I
camera that I
definitely
have because it's literally a Logitech webcam.
But we're HD.
Oh, it's 1080p. Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom actually used to take his dating profile pictures on that camera.
Yeah,
I like it.
absolutely. Well, it was just pictures of my butt.
Speaking of dating profiles, remember that
Grindr.
chick on Facebook?
Did you guys
That-
say you couldn't see me?
No, we
I
said
could
we
see
see
no,
your PP.
we couldn't.
I could see your PP.
Remember that chick on
How?
Fayetteville over the concert ticket? And you're like, oh, yeah, Mike, you should totally take Mike, and yada, yada, yada. And that
Wait,
one
what happened?
on Facebook, speaking of dating, when that girl was trying to
We
get
don't
rid of
wanna
that
talk about that.
concert ticket
I don't.
because her boyfriend was acting like an asshole, and then you and I jumped on her thing and started schmoozing her. And
What are we
one of
talking
them
about?
chicks hit me up.
I don't remember that.
She's a psycho.
Dude, of course.
Who-
She
what was
lives
her
in
name?
Fayetteville.
Anybody
First
that
name.
mixed
First
name.
with
Rena.
Mike is a psycho.
Rena?
Rena, bro. She still follows me on Facebook.
I don't even remember that.
Nice, man.
She's crazy.
There's a lot we don't. There's a lot.
They all are.
There's,
Let's
a,
be
there's a
honest.
lot we don't remember from those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot I try to forget.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and crack one open. I will definitely cheers to that.
I'm going to
buddy.
assist myself in the, yeah.
Now,
definitely
for
drink
those
that
for our one viewer, the reason why we were drinking the Silver Bullet is because, and you can't see this, but the entire podcast room / bar / bonus room over the garage here is literally roofed in Coors Light boxes. Like
Yeah.
if somebody was to just cut this part of the box out,
Yeah.
and it's
And
the
it was
entire
like-
roof.
We're gonna take a
So
picture. I'm gonna
so-
take a picture and
so
I'll post
instead
it
of,
on.
Instead of
yeah.
painting it, they were like, you know what? Let's just drink
They
a
were
ton
like-
of fucking beer.
They're like, look,
and we're gonna put the
look,
box.
we
and
we
I'm
don't
not even mad about it.
we don't like our livers. And we also don't like our taste buds, so we went with Coors Light, the
right.
silver bullet.
And they did not like the popcorn on the ceiling.
That's it. Yeah, no.
It gets stuck in my teeth.
Stuck in my teeth. Yeah, if you're on
Like, I
you're
like
on
3
Facebook,
left.
I actually posted a picture
Yeah,
to
if
the
you're looking
little
at it.
link.
Nice, we'll check it
For
out.
the one viewer.
Yeah,
Wait, is that
for
Austin?
just for Austin.
Just
Well, there
for
may
Austin.
be.
Just
There might be
Literally
more.
just
You never
for
know.
Austin.
More.
I need to actually.
We might
pull-
watch
I
afterwards.
should probably pull up the fucking the chat for this, so I
You
could
should.
say hey.
Do a Q&A.
Coors Light is a pretty decent beer in my opinion.
Let's do a Q&A.
Well,
Wait, who's
Is
that?
that
Is that
Austin?
was that Austin?
that's Austin.
Austin.
That's our one viewer.
Austin, I disagree. I disagree
Don't
strongly.
piss him off. He's our one viewer.
That's fine. Hey, look. Hey, look.
Quit
I don't.
alienating our
I don't.
only
I don't.
viewer.
Hey,
You
I don't.
shit
I,
we eat?
hey, I don't coddle the viewers. I'm honest with them. No, I'm just. So,
He's
Don't
lying.
alienate our only viewer. What's wrong with you?
No, so I literally bought this just because of the roof and for no other reason. However, that being said, if I'm gonna buy a beer at a gas station that has to be produced in America and has the words light in it, I will go with Coors.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
And I will say,
and if it's not Coors, it's a Miller Lite.
I will say, Austin's not really much of a like drinker type person.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh well, I mean, I am.
Kudos
But-
to you. Me neither.
I'm not a beer guy really anymore. I mean, goddamn,
I
we
offered
used
him
to
an
be
eighth of
beer
a beer,
guys.
so he
Hey,
better drink
hey.
this
We,
one.
me,
Hey.
I've drank far. Hold on a second. No, stop for a second. I have drank.
Hey,
I have
your
drank.
sister's ass.
I have drank 1,000
doesn't
times
have a
more
sister.
beer with Matt than I ever have with you.
That's true.
But I have drank 1,000 times
more vodka.
better beer
Well,
with
better.
you. Than
and more liquor.
That's 'cause
that
I-
I can
yes,
definitely-
that's
started
true.
out
Matt
with a
just
Bud
brings
Light.
you back to your roots.
Yes.
If I hear the words Bud Light, it makes me want to vomit almost.
Dude, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even look at
Dry
it.
heave, like,
We have
Yeah.
drank so much Bud Light, like just the Pong nights and shit that we'd have literally every week.
Yeah.
like
bring
3
over,
times
you
a
bring
week.
a case or two.
Yeah.
Dude,
In
actually,
my
or three.
case, 3.
R.I.P. Kevin.
yeah. No, dude, man, that feels bad.
That's for liquor, man.
That's fucked.
That's liquor.
But
but
speaking of
Bud
drinking
Light,
though,
Jesus.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinking
drink
though,
so much.
I actually was just talking with somebody because we just had the snow day here about our infamous snow day,
Oh yeah,
and
that was a great.
that was a
fucking morning.
wonderful time. So
Matter of fact, I
Explain.
looked like American History X that morning.
yeah, so what had happened was
I was completely shaved, bald, everything.
I had just started managing the Firestone.
Yep.
And he looked like a testicle.
did.
Unrelated.
Sweaty.
But so at the time, this was shortly after I bought the S2000. And
Still got that thing?
this is
no,
like
man, I sold it before I
15?
moved.
15?
This is 2015.
Yeah.
I just bought
Like
the S2000.
January or February
yeah.
of 2015.
And I bought the S2000 that winter, and I was like, this soft top sucks. We drove up and picked it up together. Actually, he was my ride up there.
It was
You
awesome.
bought my buddy's hardtop, I think.
Yep, and
The
then
hardtop.
we bought that carbon fiber Mugen replica hardtop from your friend,
JDM.
and put it
Matt,
on,
can you sign
and then shortly thereafter, was this crazy snowstorm. And at the time we were staying at your other house in Rayford.
What do you need?
And I remember driving to work
Don't yell at him.
and looking at the weather and being like, yo, this is going to be some bullshit. It's going to be a crazy amount of snow for Fayetteville standards. And I'm driving
I'm
a
sorry, I'm
rear-wheel
sorry.
drive sports
it.
car.
Share it.
Yeah,
He had
share it.
one. I don't know
With-
where he put it.
It's over in the producer's side.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't want to
it
have to
is.
get up.
Yeah.
Here,
I
can
got
you
it,
just
I got
hand
it.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. There
We
we go.
need
Jesus
now-
Matt's
Christ,
cranky.
Jesus Christ.
Matt is
there we
cranky.
go.
Does
Okay.
everyone have
So-
it?
Oh, my God.
Here,
So,
ting.
Thank you, Matt.
touch the name, brother.
Cheers.
Oh my
That's
God.
for you,
That
Austin.
sounded,
That's for you, Austin.
That sounded like an M1 Garand running out of ammo.
Cheers to Austin there.
Yes. Cheers
So-
to Austin.
Cheer, yeah, my man.
When Desmond gets here, we'll have camera switching again.
Yeah, we'll be back on it.
Don't worry, he'll show up now that I let him know there's
who
food
can,
here.
Who can the camera not see? Because I want to.
No, we can all
every-
see. We can all be seen. It's the
literally
overhead cam.
Only the overhead cam right
only
now.
the overhead
Yeah,
cam.
we're in
So no weird
autopilot.
shit.
We're
Yeah.
in autopilot mode.
All right.
No weird shit. Because I haven't seen Mike in a while, so
Yeah.
no weird shit. I
Nah,
got
no
you.
weird-
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it can
okay.
see all
Later,
of us.
later.
Now.
Later, after.
All right.
After we're done. Mike's at the
Right
table.
now.
Nope. Now. I don't care about this podcast. I don't care what we're talking
It's
about.
like this
Now.
podcast just started
I'm
streaming on
actually
Pornhub.
really behaving.
That's true.
You
You
are.
are being a good boy. You are being a
Yeah,
good boy.
you're a good
I'm
boy.
just listening
We
right
didn't. We haven't gotten too involved.
Good guys.
So,
You're
I'm
doing
gonna try to give the TLDR on this really quick.
Fucking Mikey
fucking Mikey G.
Sorry, go ahead.
I go by.
It's an instant thing.
I go by Bob. Hey, Bob and Cherise.
Yes.
Bob and Cherise, and I
Yes.
load up on what has to be around $300 worth of beer,
More than that.
maybe more.
It was
I
more
don't
than
even-
that.
I don't
We
even
got-
remember.
That was
No,
when
wait.
you. That was when you got the Deus.
Yeah. Oh, but the Deus was like $30 just for the bottle. But whatever. I loaded up on this beer.
In the
This is fine.
S2000?
In the
The
S2000.
Saint
dude,
Barnabas?
Dude, the
The-
passenger seat
the
and the trunk
Deus?
full. I leave from work.
Barley
and it's,
wines,
and
all
it's
kinds
like,
of
dude,
good
it was so much beer.
So good.
I leave from work. It's like 1 in the afternoon, and it's like blizzarding by North Carolina, at least Eastern North Carolina standards.
He knew he wasn't going to work the
Yeah,
next
I
day.
knew for
Fayetteville
sure.
snow
Yeah, dude,
Mageddon.
I knew for sure I
Yeah.
was not working.
Yeah.
I'm doing like a solid 5 miles an hour the whole way home because I have like RE11As on the back of it, and they have like this much tread, right? And it's like a 200 tread wear summer tire. It's literally like rubber bands.
Barely makes it into the
Slide-
neighborhood. It
slide
can't
home.
get up the
I
fucking
literally,
driveway.
I parked this bitch next to the fucking mailbox at the end of the driveway because I can't get up.
Could not get up on the
Bring all the
driveway.
beer in there. I call them the next day at work, and I'm like, yo, your guy's going to have to get somebody else to come in if
Yeah.
you're going to open it all because I literally can't leave.
We couldn't even
And
walk down the driveway. It was literally
just ice, like an inch and
you
a-
could
and
go
some
ice
change.
skating outside. at
It was
that
insane.
time. It was crazy.
And
That was
I had
back
that.
when Fayetteville got the real snow.
No,
Did
what?
you
no,
see
this
This-
no,
this
because
was-
Fayetteville wasn't even that bad.
No, it was Rayford.
Was
It was
insane.
Rayford was
Yeah,
awful.
Rayford was
And-
awful, yeah.
Insane.
And
there was
so-
like this line right at the fucking county line.
Yeah, dude, it was,
just like,
and you could
okay,
and you could tell what
terrible.
you could tell where the terrible started because that's where the 4-wheel drive trucks were all in the ditch because those idiots were doing like 50 miles an hour and then they couldn't stop.
4-wheel drive, brother. Is
Yeah,
that a 454?
All right. First of all, just so you know, 2 of us have become 4-wheel drive people.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
I'm,
We don't.
I'm offended.
It's
I'm a
2022. We don't judge.
I'm
so,
a Jeeper.
but we don't yee.
I don't have a yee.
We don't yee.
No.
I have a Jeep.
Sorry, Becken.
Yeah, sorry. yeah.
Which is vehicles in the shop, and
Yeah.
I look around the vehicle before I start taking the engine apart and doing all this other stuff to it, and I see the yee on the back, and I'm like, I can no longer be.
Yeah, this is no longer.
I'm sorry, I can't
He's
do it no
rebuilding Becken's.
Oh, nice.
I'm
5.7.
rebuilding
Oh, nice.
5.7 on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Becken, why'd you blow it up?
Oh no, it's got the
Yeah, that's-
typical cam
cam.
noise on
Yeah,
there. and
it sucks.
He's
they
only
do
got
suck.
120,000 miles on there.
He just got a
and,
fit.
Let's not talk about that.
Whoops.
No, he just got.
I know.
should not have said
talk
that.
about the
We
fit.
know
He
about
was-
your fit.
He was supposed
Yeah,
to
know
buy
that
mine.
he was
He was supposed to
yours.
buy
We're
mine.
live,
Then-
and you're bringing this guy's like darkest secrets out. A
No,
fit?
no,
That's not
no.
a fit.
Hey, dude,
No,
I had
are
a
you
fit.
kidding me?
Motherfucker,
I'm
you got
sorry.
a Nissan sitting out in the driveway.
That's
Look,
my
look,
girlfriend's.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Look. When I first moved back,
Yes.
I needed to have a car that was good on gas, and I didn't care about
The fit.
So I bought a Fit.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucker got north of 45 miles to the gallon on the highway.
You know how I
When
know
I'm
you're getting
saying.
old?
What?
You just said sucker.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sucker.
And mentioned how many miles per gallon on the highway.
Hey, I
Hey.
did tell him to get a Geometro.
Now, here's the thing.
and not get it. And I
That
just
way-
saw one.
Do you
the
hate
other day.
being happy?
3-cylinder?
No,
A
here's the thing.
3-cylinder?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was
I'd
like,
get
look,
one. Fuck
I
that.
hate this car so much. I don't care how reliable it is and how good the gas mileage is. I literally can red light this thing in 3 gears, and a soccer mom in her minivan taking off normally
red
from a
line that
light
sucker.
is
Blow your fucking doors away.
dude. It's like 5 cars in front of me. I was like, I can't stand this thing.
So when you woke up
can
every day,
red
you
light
just
it.
said to yourself, I hate being happy.
So here's the thing. I was like, yeah. I said, hey, Becken, I'll sell you my Fit. I'll even give you a good deal. The prices on Fits right now are nutty right now because of the used car market and everything. Here's what I'll sell it to you. Let me just give me 1 week to find another car. I'm gonna buy the other car. You buy my
And
Fit.
the miles per gallon
and it's
are
fine.
great on
And
that
that's what he was like. He was like, dude, I want to get something that's good gas mileage because of my V8. Blah
Yeah.
blah whatever. So this is like 2 days later. 2 days later,
It blows up.
No.
No,
I get
no.
into a car
Just
accident.
wait.
I get into a car accident and total it with
Yeah.
somebody who doesn't have a driver's license.
I believe that. Funny story.
Wait,
Isaiah
in Fayetteville? No.
Isaiah
hey,
Conrad.
hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
A quick cheers. Grab your beers. A quick cheers to Austin,
Austin.
who
Austin,
just
yeah.
recently got a promotion at work.
Oh, congratulations, bro.
Cheers, bro.
brother.
Hey, yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Isaiah.
You fucked me up.
Yeah.
Conrad. All right. So
I'm
this,
gonna let you finish.
so
but,
this
Oh,
dude was
go
moving.
Fuck your life. Bing
He's a
bong.
good friend of
But
mine.
Austin
Bang
got the
bong.
best promotion of all time.
Yeah. Good for you. He comes down from Raleigh to hang out. It's his first time being like in Fayetteville because he's from out west, Arizona area, I think. riding with me. We both have our Cadillacs, and we're sitting at a light, and all you hear is screeching tires, and his car moved like 5 feet. It's brand new fucking CTSV.
Oh,
God
no.
damn.
The guy gets out of the car. I come back because I had to make a U-turn. And I look up to Isaiah and I tell him, that guy doesn't have any fucking insurance.
No, zero chance.
Isaiah looks at me and goes, if you don't have insurance when this cop leaves, I'm beating your fucking ass. The guy was gone before the cop left. Like, the guy like specifically told the cop, like, I need to be out of here because that guy threatened me. It was great. But yeah, it was the first week of fucking having that car too.
That sucks.
That's how it is sometimes. Yeah, it's just how it is. Sometimes
You hate to see it, especially on a nice ass fucking car like CTSV.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
I mean, it's a shame that the differentials are built out of glass, but you
No,
know.
that's the V1. I'm talking about
The V1.
V2.
Oh, it's a V2.
Yeah.
Okay,
you,
V2, yeah.
You don't miss your Dodge Neon at all.
No.
No, wait, no. He does not miss the Dodge
wasn't-
Neon.
stop,
He
it
made
wasn't-
Once he saw
It
the
wasn't-
LS,
he made
power.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Excuse me. Let me say this.
And the one
Excuse
cam.
me. Excuse me. An SRT4
Is
is
not
not
a neon.
classified
Yeah,
as
it's not a
neon.
neon, bro.
No,
Thank
he had,
you.
He had two. He had two. He had both.
So-
he doubled down.
Yeah.
After the RT.
I was twice as stupid.
Yeah.
Now-
I will never forget though when you finally got rid of that Neon.
That Mexican dude bought it.
Yeah.
What was his name? Danny and
I can't remember. You got to be a little bit more on the mic though.
Danny and
He's used to having hands on his head.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
but
usually
Jesus.
it's on the back,
It's
though.
Jesus,
Oh, on the
not
back.
Jesus.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they sold that shit too.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I would have sold it too.
Once he saw the LS Power,
Yeah.
and the one cam he had to buy,
That's it.
That's you having to buy one cam makes it
One-time
cheaper.
deal.
Cam,
Yeah.
and go to the junkyard for $300.
Yeah, you get a whole fucking race car for that much.
Whole race car.
Dude,
No, dude, I swear to you, what used to be, this is no joke, the South Carolina Trooper Camaros. You remember that back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
$1,500, and you put a stall in that sucker and some nitrous,
Yeah.
and you had like a 10-second car.
Oh, yeah.
It was
there
crazy.
There was like five
was-
of them in Fayetteville.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I remember people were like, they're like, yeah, dude, I spent $4,000 and I run 10s. And I was like, I hate you. I spent $4,000 and my car runs 15s, and I
Yeah.
still have to modify
Well,
it.
shit.
Like, you know what I mean?
Fucking, dude, that fucking.
It comes in.
I
small
bought a
packages.
Camaro. I bought a Camaro from one of your really good friends, Matt
Matt
Wonderly.
Wonderly, yeah.
Awesome dude. He's amazing photographer, by the way.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking for a photographer, Matthew Wonderly, fucking amazing, right? So anyway,
Shout out
I
to
bought a
Matt.
Camaro
Big
from
shouts.
Matt Wonderly. Goddamn, what was that? 2010, 2011?
It was while
Or
you were
2009?
Over at you were living on Atlantic at the time.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it was-
behind Riley Road?
It was a long time ago.
No.
I bought Nick's bike from. What was that guy's name?
So-
Not Nick.
But no, I bought a Camaro, a 97,
This thing was ragged.
a 97 Z28.
Ragged.
LT shit.
But hold on a second. It was a 97
LS1 in it.
Z28 that had an LS1 swap,
Oh, nice.
and
That wasn't the LS one. That was the LT one in there, dude.
no, it was
No,
an
that was
LS1.
that one had the plastic top. It was
Absolute
LS. It was
I
LS1.
remember that.
It
I
wasn't
don't remember
LS.
that.
Because
I
they-
really don't.
I
So
swear
the-
to you.
I swear it was
So
the
the
LT one. In
no,
there.
hold on a second, because the intake manifold between the LT1 and the LS1, the difference was round or oval.
No, that was no.
That's
I'm just
literally
letting you know,
that is literally
that-
I learned
it had an F
right
it
then
had,
and
it
there.
had a later model F body swap in it.
So then
Yeah,
that's what it came.
it was an
I
LS1.
swore it was LT.
It was,
It was
no, that was the
LS1.
LS one. I remember
Yeah.
that one.
I was about to say
Yeah.
it was the LT one.
I remember. I remember
No, it was
questioning.
LS1.
I remember
Sugars,
questioning
the water
his
pump leaks right on.
I paid
You know what I'm
$800
talking
for it.
about.
Yeah.
I remember him questioning, like, me questioning his thought process because it was auto. It
Yeah,
was
automatic.
hideously.
So
yeah.
and there was no working lights inside the vehicle. So if
Yeah.
you're driving at night, if you
couldn't
accidentally
see
pushed your
shit.
hand towards anything too fast, you would
Yeah.
slice your hand open.
Yeah.
Like everything was just jagged metal. It was a
This
death
was,
trap.
This was like
But-
somebody wanted to run.
But I took
like,
it out on
fast
Freaky.
times.
But I took it out on Freaky Friday, and I ran a 10-2.
They let you do anything out there.
He was.
Dude, I ran
Freaky
a
Friday-
10-2.
Yeah.
I
Hold
ran
on.
a
They
10-2
don't let
on an
you- they do
$800 car.
Hey.
They do not let you roll down the windows down the track.
Hey, now
No,
look,
they don't.
no,
Yeah,
let's
totally not.
Let me.
Anything.
Let me. I mean,
Yeah,
yo,
totally
Or
not.
people pop
yo,
up in the back
Freaky
seat.
Friday though.
And you can't take
Hey,
your T-tops off
hey,
either.
Freaky Friday used to be fucking lawless
Yes.
though.
Yeah.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Look,
Did.
you could go out there. Get hammered drunk, eat a turkey wing, fight somebody in the lanes, and then drag race your car.
All for
yeah.
less than $30.
And no, it was like $10
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
gates.
like-
Yeah. it
10
was like
to
12
race.
bucks.
I'm talking about
20
all
bucks.
together.
It was 10
I'm
and
talking about
10.
all together.
You
The
got
gas to get out there,
everything you
the
wanted:
food.
Yeah.
fights, liquor, beer,
Dude,
drinking,
I remember-
drugs, and
all
sex.
I
for
remember-
like
hey,
and
$30.
you got
Hey.
your ticket at the end of your run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I remember being in the lanes. I was talking with Vale, and we were setting up whatever, and this guy in the Mustang in front of him is inside of his car just sitting there. and they were running the bikes. You know, whenever they'd run the street bikes, you had to wait like 9 fucking hours, right? Because they had to like
take that shit nowhere else.
They had to make like 5,000 side bets before each bike could even fucking
That's
race.
what I was going to say. They got
thousands
of dollars in bets.
Exactly. It wasn't that the bikes took forever to race. It was that they took forever to do bets before the fucking bikes would run.
When you should do that shit in the staging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
No, that shit should all be done before you even get to the track.
I'm
sorry.
This is where it gets interesting. Is the bikes were finishing, and a guy had come back to the staging lanes, and I guess somebody didn't keep their end of the bet to pay up.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
You remember this?
I
Yeah.
remember this.
I remember that.
And this is right by the tower. We're
there.
right by the.
Someone got shot.
Yeah, we're right by the fucking
And
tower.
there was like
It was like
60 people all
$10,000.
fucking in
Dude,
giant
this is
fucking-
no joke. I'm in the lanes next to Vale, the Mustang in front of me. The dude's getting punched into the Mustang. The guy in the Mustang's trying to get out of the fucking car to like fight the dudes that are beating up the dude into his car. And then his other friend, the guy who's getting beat up because he's getting jumped by 3 dudes, comes running from the stands with a gun.
Yep.
It was
And
over
dude,
like
and
$10,000
yeah,
too.
dude,
That was
yeah,
it was a
$10,000
lot.
and just
race.
starts fucking blasting. And I'm just like, yo.
That's when I had the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Fayetteville.
yeah. I had the white Civic. Vale still had the hatch at that time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, we gotta fucking go, dude. Get
Dude,
out of here, dude.
I put more than $800 into my GST after I spent $4,000 on it or whatever it was, 5,000, 4 or 5,000. I don't remember. It was bonus money.
Just
at that
to
point.
lose to a
Well, no, we were
from Kelly and Kelly Auto.
No,
on
Bragg
Boulevard.
we were young
Look,
though. You wanted that blow
that's,
off valve
hey,
sound.
that's
as well.
hey, you know what?
Yes.
That's still not his worst automotive choice.
No,
Absolutely
hold on.
Absolutely not.
Hold on. When Alex Ybarra,
Yeah, I remember.
when Alex,
Where's he at?
He's
I
in
don't
California.
know. But when
him.
Alex cut my fucking after we fucking swapped out the turbo, we put a fucking goddamn, I don't even remember what the fuck we put on there. We swapped out the stock turbo for a
20G,
It's probably a 20G.
16G.
a big 20G. It was
Yeah.
a big 20G. Yeah. So we swapped it out for a big 20G, and then we had to swap out some of the fucking some of the intercooler piping, and he cut the airbox too close to the curve, so you couldn't actually get a pipe on there and clamp it on.
Oh, what a dick!
So no. It's like it was a legit accident. It was a legit accident.
Accident.
It was a legit accident because we did it in the parking lot of Taco Bell on Bragg Boulevard.
Nothing good happens in the parking lot.
because my fucking my 4G637 7-bolt literally blew the fucking pipe off, and we had to do a repair in the parking lot of Taco Bell.
But he fucking cut it too short.
But it cut too short, too close to where it curves into the box.
You just couldn't get a clamp on it.
Couldn't get a clamp on it. So I don't know if you remember this. We used a Pringles can.
I do remember this.
I remember that.
We used a Pringles can.
and it worked.
I
It
remember-
fucking worked better than goddamn.
I remember when you drove that to my fucking house. I was like,
and you
what the
lost your shit.
fuck? I was like, no,
you
fucking-
lost your shit. You were like, get that out of here now.
Yeah.
We used a Pringles can, and we actually got it to fucking work, and it ran better than it did with the fucking actual
Yeah, it did.
piping on there. That's a different story.
Well, between me and Will,
no.
Tom's worst car on 3.
I
1,
put
2, 3.
200
Nissan.
SX.
I was supposed
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
Nissan.
the Nissan
200
200
SX. 200
The worst
SX.
one, yeah.
Hold on,
Dude,
hold on.
From
Hold on.
Wayne's
Oh
Wheels.
my
Oh
From
my
Wayne's
fuck.
Wheels.
I bought my
on
first
the
Neon
front.
there.
Look at
So-
him trying to calm it down.
No,
That was a piece of shit.
it's because when everyone's yelling at the same time, no one can hear anything. All they hear
fair
on the
enough.
stream is.
All right,
It
so
was a piece of
okay, look, Tom.
Hold on a
Tom
second,
bought
I
a
think.
3-color, 2-tone
It was
Nissan 200 SX
I'll
with
be
a
right
body
back.
kit and a wing from Wayne's Wheels. Which, if you're from
Don't forget that.
and for those of you that know, Wayne's Wheels is like the OG Fayetteville side of the road.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get ripped off dealer.
Yeah, if you don't buy from Wayne Wheels your first car, fuck you.
Exactly. Like honestly, you got to get ripped off on your first car, and that was the place. They had like the one out by Red Springs. They had 2 in Fayetteville.
Hope Mills Road?
Dude. Yeah, the Hope Mills Road. And this was the Hope Mills one.
I bought my Neon from there on
Dude,
Hope Mills Road. It was water
100%.
damage. It was in a flood.
Dude,
Coolest thing in the world.
I tried to buy an IROC Z from them when I was a kid. This is no joke. I went to Wayne's Wheels.
in
They
the
had,
day.
dude. They had a purple, dude. They had a purple 89.
That sucker.
89, dude. The blue, like the black purple, the dark amethyst purple.
dark purple
dude,
sucker.
dude. And I was just like, bro. I just remember as a child, like I was 16. I wanted to buy my first car.
Yeah.
Right. I had saved up money from mowing lawns for my uncle for a little bit over a summer, about 8 months. And I finally had like a little bit of money to buy a car. And my dad's like, "We're taking to buy one." I said, "I want this one right here." And he's like, "No, absolutely not. The insurance is gonna be too much. It's a V8. You're gonna kill yourself." And absolutely not. No. And I was like, "Well, that's some bullshit." But it would have been Wayne's Wheels. Would have been my first car. Had my dad not been like, "I'm not signing the title with you." So
my
instead,
dad gave me that stupid speech. My first V8.
Yeah, I went to a Lumberton Honda and bought that Del Sol and got in way more trouble with that car than I probably ever would.
Lumberton
Dude,
Honda.
You know why? Because that IROC would have blown up within 1 week, and I would have had no problems with it because it would have just been dead. You know what I mean? The Honda lasted forever.
That 200 he had has a lot of fucking memories in it.
Oh, dude,
I love
dude,
that car.
dude,
A lot of fucking memories in it.
Dear.
I remember. Oh fuck, man.
No,
Are we
there's
gonna talk about that tonight?
Hey,
Yeah.
Are we talking about that
Oh,
tonight?
for 100%.
Okay.
some things we can't talk about.
But we can
Where
talk.
was this?
I guess we're okay. We can talk
What's the
about that.
statute of limitations?
We've already discussed
So
that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. The whole statute of limitations thing. If you're not aware that you're breaking the law when you're breaking the law, it's totally okay
We
to talk
knew
about.
we were breaking the law.
It's only
There's a-
breaking the
no,
law
no,
when
no,
you
no,
get
no,
caught.
talk about that.
No, when Matt and I, this story, we didn't know we were breaking the law.
I'm talking about our.
So technically, oh yeah, you're
I'm talking about our
Van
stories.
Story Hills.
or the parking lot of Village.
Yeah, Village Church. So no. Matt and I's story about the 200 SX. We didn't know
There's
we
a
were breaking
few
the law.
stories.
Technically, we got drugged
We got by Ruby Tuesdays.
by Ruby
as a matter of
Tuesdays.
fact.
That's right. That's
Scarlet
like
nuts.
some cheese dip and bread bites.
That's the good shit. They
Yeah.
got this apple one. It's really good.
yeah, I
apple
saw that.
caramel.
I didn't
Get
get
up
that
in
though.
there.
Huh?
Get up in there.
I already had
help
one. I was
yourself.
up into one of them the other day.
But as far
I
as
don't wanna-
the one story we have, the main story, everybody
The deer.
that knows should know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody that doesn't know should
Oh,
know.
Hawaiian.
It,
Pineapple
talking
does
about.
belong on pizza.
It
we,
does.
Yes,
Hot
it
take.
does.
Hot take.
we were
Absolutely.
doing something in the yard. We were working out all day in the
I
yard
want this
doing
one right
something
here.
hot as hell. And
Yeah,
I
you
think
are hot
we
as
were-
hell.
I think we were working on some car.
we were
Which car
working on some
on?
car or landscaping. I don't fucking know. It was so long ago.
What the fuck are you doing, Mike?
I'm making a plate.
Why not?
I don't want to spill this thing.
That's America right there, people.
Fucking, my
That's
mom would whip
fucking-
my fucking ass.
But that's America right there.
dude, I
Pizza
got you.
on a Coors Light box. America. But anyways, so we were doing something in the yard. It was hot as hell this day. And
You need a plate? I got you.
Oh, thanks.
Jesus Christ.
There we
And
go.
the plate's hot. The hot plate.
Hot plate.
Hot plate, baby.
Yeah.
And
I'm back.
So we got invited to this party out in Greenville or
Greensboro.
Yeah. And we're like, all right, we're gonna go back to our respective cribs,
Shower.
change,
Yep.
got in the 200 SX to drive out to wherever the fuck we were going, but we stopped.
We went
at-
out past like Spring Lake.
Right. We stopped at Ruby Tuesdays. We said, you know what? We're going to get something to eat, get something to drink. It was a good idea at the time. And, and we order. So we get,
Mind you, let me specify, we were not looking to get alcoholic beverages. We were looking to get hydrating beverages because
Hydrating
we had
beverages.
literally been working all day out in the fucking sun.
Right. And at the time, you get the burger and you get an Arnold Palmer. And
That's
for
right.
those that don't
Arnold
fucking know,
Palmer.
it's half sweet tea, half lemonade.
You guys are gonna let me get a beer, brother.
And the bartender at Ruby Tuesdays that night did not know what an Arnold Palmer was. Had only heard of Ruby Tuesdays version, which is called a RT Palmer, which consists of sweet tea, lemonade, and a
booze.
fuck ton of vodka.
Lots of vodka. So
Mind you, Matthew Sanchez and myself were not of the drinking age at the time.
yeah, yeah.
How'd it play out?
Oh well, so me and him, we eat our burgers, but it was so hot that fucking day. Like even after the shower and getting rehydrated or trying to get rehydrated, we ordered each. It had to have been like 8 of them each.
Easy.
It had to have been
Easily.
8 of them. And we weren't just drinking them. We were
Guzzling
chugging
these
them.
fucking things down.
We
And
were
it just
chugging
it literally just tastes like an Arnold Palmer.
And they know about a thing or two about guzzling liquid. If you know what I'm saying.
That's
Oh,
correct.
ah.
Yeah.
And
Thick.
so when the
two
when,
C's.
when the bill finally arrives, it's like $200 or $300. So what the hell? I said, how can you charge that much for some fucking drinks and just a burger? 2 burgers.
Mind you, we
was
think
fine.
it's sweet tea and lemonade.
We thought it was sweet tea and lemonade, and we look at the bill and it's RT Palmer. So the waitress.
Yeah, it was like
comes back.
$100 something bucks.
I thought it was more than that.
No, it was like 160 or something between the two of us.
That's right.
It was ridiculous.
It was almost 200 though.
Yeah.
So the waitress comes back and said, "What the hell is this?" They said, "Those are RT
Well, there's
Palmers.
16 fucking bar drinks on here.
That's the RT Palmer, right?" We said, "We didn't order that. What's in it?" And then they told us. They said, "Well, we didn't order that." And we show them our.
We're not even 21.
We're not even 21. We show them our IDs.
We're going to take that off your bill. We're
Everything
going to
comp.
take the burgers off,
Burgers
too.
off.
You guys have a good
drinks
night.
off. And we still got to drive to this fucking party in a 200SX.
That was the worst
This
part.
is the death trap, right?
Oh, dude.
No.
That's not even the worst part.
200SX
the Nissan made it there.
The
and back.
200SX was the
That
safest
motherfucker
car
was
ever
A beast.
because it wouldn't go over 70.
That thing was a beast. Look, but driving down the highway.
Look, that car used to make my white Civic look like a fucking
it
F1
wasn't.
car.
It wasn't the SR20.
Yes.
It wasn't the SR20 DE. It was the GA16 DE.
Isn't that all motor? That wasn't even turboed, was it?
Yeah,
No
no.
turbo,
It was
no
a
nothing.
it was a GA16 DE. It is the slowest motor that Nissan made.
0 to 60
I'm gonna
in
be
8
honest with you.
minutes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember Tom ever running it at the track, but I think it would have ran like a
No.
healthy 21-second quarter mile.
I
And
never
that's not
ran
a
it at the
joke.
track.
Healthy
Fuck,
21?
boy.
I was thinking like 20.
I never ran it at the track.
It would have been like a 21. I'm not joking. Like,
Yeah,
We're driving down the highway,
at minimum an 18-second car.
and
Fun to see.
we were a little messed up. And
A little bit.
A fucking deer. It's like a mile away. We got our high beams on. There's nobody else on the road. There's a deer like a mile away. Next thing you know, this motherfucker right here slams on the fucking brakes.
I mean, thank God.
Slams on. He's like, fucking deer. This fucking deer was. I was like, dude, fucking keep going, bro. It'll fucking move out. The thing was a mile away. Like, what the fuck. Same thing happens again.
Oh, hell
We're
yeah.
getting down the road.
Look at this shit.
Another fucking deer pops out. Dude slams on. I'm just, terrible. Terrible ride.
So I'm terrified
That ride
right
was
at this point. I'm terrified. I'm underage.
Hammered drunk.
No, I wasn't hammered drunk yet.
Because it didn't
We were
kick in.
we were
It
racing.
did not kick
We
in
were
yet.
racing against time. We were like, we know we're going to be drunk by the time we get there. We got to hurry, right? Which is totally the best logic ever, right?
That shit did not kick in for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Hurry up and
I'm
wait.
talking about we were at Ruby Tuesdays for 20 minutes, and we slammed like 8 drinks apiece.
It was coming.
But we knew.
Yeah, it was coming quick.
So we're like, we need to get there quick. But I'm terrified because I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit a deer. And then the state trooper is going to pull up and be like, oh, so you guys hit a deer. And then I'm going to be like, I drank 8 alcoholic drinks and I'm underage. Blah.
Yeah, I
Like,
get that.
totally just anxiety, right? So, of course, anytime I'm like intently looking for deer, like scanning. And as soon as I see 2
Hardcore.
fucking eyes, I'm like, grrr, slamming on brakes, right? Which that won't attract the state troopers, right?
Not at all.
No, totally not. So slamming on brakes and shit, right? Which isn't that bad. Like it stopped pretty quick since it would only go about 42 miles an hour. So, but I would yell, I'd be like, deer. And Matt's just like, we like come to a stop, like almost instantly.
It's like,
because
bro, it's a fucking like half mile
it's like,
away. Like,
bro,
what the fuck?
how can you even tell it's a deer? Like, it's just too, like, oh my God, dude, come on. So eventually,
By the second deer, we were like,
Deer.
dude,
there was only 2. There was only 2.
By the second deer, we were like, dude, we're kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was like when you're young, like when you say kind of fucked up, like
I mean, really
it's
fucked up.
because you
Yeah.
we're really fucked up.
That's like today's super fun. Like, I got to go to bed, guys.
Yeah. Babe, put the Gatorade out right next to the bed and throw the toilet paper in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't had that conversation with your significant other, you have not really drank.
Not at this age.
Jesus.
Yeah, this was definitely a I am not going to recover from this very well moment, right?
yeah.
But guess what? We made it. We made it to Greensboro. We met up with some old friends that I won't name their names. Met up with some old friends. They took us to a party, which was about 10 miles away. So we're like, fuck, we got to drive again. So we drove to the party. We show up. It's this big ass fucking, not a huge house, but
like a
big
frat
property,
house. It's
right?
definitely a frat
Big
house.
property, right? And it's like triangle shaped property, right? And it's got 2 driveways that come up the side. And all out front is just beer pong tables. and a bunch of fucking teenagers just playing beer pong. We were just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a fucking baller ass party. Like this is gonna be amazing.
Do those drinks kick in at all?
They've been kicked in for a minute.
They're fucking you up, huh?
Yeah. So I find a curb to park on, and I did. I parked on the curb, literally, boom, up on the curb, right, with my Kumo.
I'm not going to go into heavy detail, but I will go into heavy detail.
with my Kumo X low profile tires up on the curb. That was an accident, by the way.
The NK wheels.
Yeah, my Enkis. Yeah.
Oh, God. Remember the fucking Shoguns?
Yes.
Yeah, I had those on my Neon.
I know.
Yeah. Such a loser.
So,
what a piece of shit you were.
Yeah. So, how dare you be poor and a child? How dare you?
Listen. Nobody can beat my story. Okay, like, raise your hand if you ever got pulled over by the Fayetteville Police Department and got a fucking ticket and had to go to court because you put AutoZone blue LEDs in your car.
Red ones. Yeah, on my Mustang I had. What a
No.
fucking chode I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had blue LEDs.
How
from
ridiculous was that back in the day?
No, I
Any
got-
colored lights,
I
green,
didn't-
blue, and red.
Dude, I remember putting them underneath the glove box in the car. I had them in the Del Sol, actually. It was like the map lights under the glove box, except for you didn't need to read a fucking map. It was just like some green fucking lights. Just like it was like the little like tube LEDs like just glued underneath the
to
dash
match the
there.
green car.
Yeah.
Of course, but they'd strobe too. You could do whatever color you wanted and strobe them. It was wild.
Yeah, I had mine set up to my big ass fucking overpriced subwoofers in the
That's how I
back.
know y'all are rich. I can afford the standard ones.
No,
Hold on a second.
Dude, these
This is a
shits were
true
cheap.
test. This is a true test of your Fayetteville-ness.
No, wait.
Did your subs face the trunk lid or did they face the
Trunk
back
lid.
seat?
I need to hear that vibration.
You're goddamn right.
Hey, I did.
How many of you?
Look,
How many of you put a kitchen sponge behind your license plate?
That's so stupid.
No, that's true.
Oh yeah.
I actually my
It
car
fucking
audio
worked.
my car audio was always good though because of Vale. Because Vale was working doing
was a-
systems for Banging Audio or Banging Systems, whatever.
Banging
back at the time,
Systems.
Yeah.
back when they were in the flea market, he was doing installs for them. And he
What
was
happened to Rudy's?
like, Roots is still going.
It's still going.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
still
two
going.
stores now.
Dude, they have
How?
two. Dude,
Got
and,
two.
and like the owner comes and eats at my restaurant probably once a week, dude. It's
Yeah,
really
cool,
cool.
dude.
You keep mentioning what kind of
Really,
restaurant
really good
you have.
dude.
It's a barbecue restaurant, man.
Where at?
On like downtown.
Really?
Here, right by the Roanoke Street Park.
I'm gonna have to come see you.
For
Me
those
too,
that
man.
don't know, Fowler's.
Yeah, Fowler's.
Fowler's.
Is that what it
Southern
really
Gourmet.
is? Called the Flowers?
Fowler's. Fowler's Southern.
You ever heard
Gourmet.
of a place called Blind Pig?
Nope.
Yeah, that was
It
where we
used to
started.
be called Blind
Yeah.
Pig. Then it became Fowler's Southern Gourmet.
Yeah.
It's fucking,
Motherfucker.
dude. It's the best restaurant in Fayetteville.
We
hands
should
down.
all go.
Hands down.
I'm telling you, the
Yeah, we
burnt
will.
ends, hands down,
What's
Yeah.
your favorite?
amazing.
Honestly, like I think if I eat anything off the menu myself, I just do a pork sandwich, man.
Simple and easy.
Dude, I like our vinegar sauce that I'd make.
It's good.
And I like the coleslaw, and I like our buns, and I
Yeah,
obviously like our meat.
You still do the jalapeno coleslaw?
I like
of
your
course,
buns.
Yeah, it's fucking
and,
amazing.
And so like I do that, and that's my go-to. Outside of that, I would say like top three. The next one would be what's called a bee sting, which is a spicy honey
Haven't had
vinegar barbecue sauce. Really
new?
good on the pork. Yeah, it's kind of new.
Okay.
And that's probably my favorite sauce that I make, and it's really delicious.
Yeah, they make all their own sauces and shit, dude. Like,
And then
everything's
in
and then
house.
everything
but
in house, dude.
I will say the
Everything.
one thing that blows me away every day, that I eat every day, and not like a menu item, but like I take a little taste. I got to make sure is the brisket,
I love brisket.
dude.
Dude, the brisket's
Go back
fucking
to your
phenomenal.
slaw because I'm a huge slaw fan. And
Yeah.
where I go, I have to have homemade slaw.
I think this is the best slaw. Period.
Hands
Period.
down.
I'm gonna
And-
be there.
Hands
And-
down, anything from
and-
there, you're gonna love it. I promise you.
That's good to know.
And it's like, and it's 3 parts. That's it
3 parts.
for the dressing. 3 parts.
What made you want to get into that?
I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to not work for somebody else, and I wanted to be able to tell the boss to go fuck themselves, which was be me. So I could tell myself to go fuck myself.
day in the mirror.
Exactly. I just wake
Right.
up and I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Do good things.
Yeah, so fucking around.
Why
No.
are you like this?
Yeah, you
Like
mother-
my dad say, you're never gonna amount to shit.
Yeah, so
God damn.
I didn't ever say that.
I was gonna say I've
Hey.
never seen your dad do that.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Hey, Mike, if you're watching, I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh, much love.
So, no, I wasn't
dad's
happy.
awesome. Yeah.
At the time I was managing the Firestone, and I was like, man, fuck this place and fuck this company, and I was really disillusioned. I just caught our East Coast divisional manager was falsifying payroll records and shorting pay. for employees for every store that he managed.
Really?
Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a fucking piece of shit. So his bonus would be bigger, right? Because he got direct, like if he had better payroll like percentages, his bonus would be larger. Yeah. So he would take like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, just little things every week from every person. And you figure you're doing that across however many stores. That's a lot of money. Oh, yeah. And so he was doing that shit. And I remember I got into it with him. One of the lead techs at the store had to pull me away from him because I was trying to fist fight him in the shop when he came.
Of course, your money,
dude. Well, no, I was the manager. It wasn't my money. It was my guys' money.
Two things you don't fuck with is your employees' money and their family.
Dude, it was my boys. You know what I mean? And I was furious. I wanted to kill this man. Like I wanted to I wanted to hurt him.
I'm a very firm believer in like personal justice.
And so I was just so disillusioned. I said, I'm done managing this place. I'm quitting. I'm stepping down. I'm out. Like, I'll be a salesperson and I'll help you out for a couple weeks, and you guys got to find somebody else for me. And my brother at the time was a manager / part owner of an Italian restaurant in Raleigh, and he was going through something similar on a smaller scale with the majority owner, and he wanted to be his own boss and do something different. So my dad said, hey, why don't we open a food truck? Why don't we just do what we want to do? Just be our own boss. You guys can make food, and you get to make the menu you want to do. To my brother, because like I like cooking, but I never worked in the food industry outside of like Primo Pizza. You know what I mean? Like, and also,
I haven't. It's fucking terrible.
Oh. And the Primo Pizza was terrible. I'd been I was a grease monkey. You know what I mean? I turned wrenches.
My bad.
But like I always, and you can attest to this, I always had a fucking joy for cooking and for making good food and sharing it with people.
And we did a lot.
And
most of the time when we were drunk.
Yeah, for sure. and so when this opportunity happened, I was like, all right, fine. I quit. I sold my house. I sold most of what I owned, and I moved in with my dad as a fucking 29-year-old, and opened a food truck with my brother. And it was a grind at first, and then after our first year of business, we had done north of $300,000 in sales.
It was the best barbecue spot in North.
Yeah, and I'm talking about out
Hands
of a trailer.
down.
We had a trailer with windows from a house cut into it, and that was it. And we hung a piece of paper on the side and wrote "Best Barbecue, Worst Sign." And then we had a little fucking chalkboard menu that we hung on the front of it, and we changed it every day depending on what we cooked. And
there was a line at least 15 people long from open to we're out of food.
Yeah, I remember the
no
best
joke.
The best line that we had. We used to do these
goddamn.
food truck rodeos, and we served 170 people in about a 2-hour period before we ran out of food.
They were making runs to go get more shit, to buy more shit, to replenish their stock so they could keep selling.
And so like that was like the 2017 to 2018 was really wild with that. The restaurant, the food truck really blew up, and then we opened a restaurant shortly afterwards.
And the restaurant food is way more.
It's more refined.
Better.
It's more refined.
Yeah, than the food truck.
Than the food truck, yeah.
Okay.
More time being put into the prep, I guess.
Well, that, and we get to have a larger menu. The food truck, you can only cook so much.
You get to have larger equipment too.
Yeah, well, I mean, our restaurant's really small too, but like it allows you to have more for everything. And realistically, when you have a restaurant, you're expected to have more. People want more. We still treat it like the food truck. We cook a certain amount, and when it sells out, it sells out. I mean, I'm going to be honest.
That's how a few barbecue places are.
And this is the thing is, honestly, if you go to a barbecue place that does not routinely sell it doesn't have to sell it every day, but routinely sell out, like, a couple times a week.
Good.
It's either their food's not good or they're not cooking.
It's not. It's not fucking Smithfield's. Is what you're saying?
No, well,
right.
No, well. There's a time and a place for everything.
Smithfield sucks.
There's a time and a place for everything, including Smithfield's.
Smithfield's is the McDonald's of barbecue.
Yeah, but there's
I'm gonna stop by and get it because it's on my way home, and I feel like having pulled pork.
I would just go in my backyard and eat my dog's shit. I wouldn't stop. It's gas saved.
I actually like Barbecue Hut more than Smithfield's.
Yeah, well, Barbecue Hut, unlike Smithfield's, actually smokes their meat.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah, Barbecue Hut does, well, in a way. But like most barbecue places around here, with the exception of some old school ones and people like us, they actually smoke it all in bulk. So they'll smoke, if they're doing shoulders or whole hog, most of them do shoulders, or they pay for somebody else to do this for them. And they'll smoke like 40 shoulders. And then they'll cool them, bag them, and keep them in their walk-ins. And then every day they reheat them in water, sous vide style. So they just boil the bag and it still tastes
like Taco
decent,
Bell.
kind of like Taco Bell, exactly like Taco Bell. And that's how you'd never run out of food, because you can always just spend 30 minutes boiling this bag of meat, and it's ready to go, and you just put it in the tray, and there you go.
By the way, there's no label on those plastic bags that says no CFCs. So, just so you know.
Well, in Taco Bell, I don't know about the barbecue places, but that's how most barbecue in North Carolina is done. There are some places like us that smoke every day and do fresh, and when they run out, they run out. And those people I do respect. There's actually a couple people in town that do it like that too. We're not the only ones by any means. I do think we do it the best by far. That's just me. And I'm going to be honest with you.
that.
I'm going to be honest with you. If you run a barbecue restaurant and you don't think you do it the best, then probably not the business for you.
I went to.
Yeah, I feel like most people should honestly believe that about their food, especially if you're trying to cook it fresh and put a lot of effort into it.
I went to an event at Dirtbag Ales, and there was another barbecue truck out there, and they had on the side best barbecue on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's probably Redneck Barbecue Lab.
That's
and
exactly
they're an award-winning. They have an award-winning competition barbecue team.
But they don't serve it though, because there was one thing I did get off the menu, which I got multiple things because I wanted to try it. But one, I can't explain how dry this piece of meat was.
And here's the thing, we got asked when we first started, why don't you guys compete? Yeah. You guys should go and compete and do awards.
We don't need to.
And I said, and I was like, well, why would I pay to compete? Which is essentially paying somebody to eat my food. Yeah.
Right.
When I already have people paying me to eat my food.
Amen.
Standing in line to pay to eat.
And I was like, I don't feel the need to do it. And that's not to say and another thing is competition's way different. When you're cooking food for competition, the way you treat the piece of meat's entirely different. You're trying to have 5 to 10 bites from a 20-pound piece of meat taste spectacular. Yeah. And the rest of the piece of meat you don't give a shit about. And that's just the way the game is. Whereas you're in a restaurant, you want as many really good bites from the piece of meat as you possibly can. You want to be able to slice 90% of that brisket and serve it, right? Yeah. You want to be able to pull the entire pork butt and serve it. When you're doing competition, you're trying to just get a 6-inch by 4-inch part of a piece of meat, like a tube essentially of meat that'd be perfect that you can pull from if it's pork, or cut from if it's brisket, to serve it for the judges to have one bite and go, holy shit, that's insane. But
if you have hundreds of people saying, holy shit, that's way better.
Now, yeah, for sure.
And you have the flowers
for sure.
Barbecue Hut.
That, you know what I mean? That's for sure. It's a mindset thing. I don't disrespect people that do competition cooking. It's just not for me. And like I said, it maybe can help you, right? Redneck Barbecue Lab definitely made a name for themselves by doing that. I don't remember if you remember Bobby and his brother that had fatbacks. Remember the log cabin truck? They won.
They were good.
Actually,
they were really good.
They had a spot on the corner over there, on the corner of Hope Mills and Bunts, I think.
Yeah.
They were just now building a storage hut behind that when they were there.
And they were selling out every day. They only made a certain amount of meat. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they were gone.
Yeah, so they actually won a televised competition on the Food Network.
Right.
And they were really good. I remember when we were younger and we lived together over Atlantic, we would go and get it. When they had their food truck, they would post up over by the Advanced Auto there.
They were delicious.
And we would go and eat there. And Bobby, actually, he just retired from the Fayetteville Fire Department, and he's been cooking, still doing competitions under the name Vicious Pig. And so he's actually having a food truck now again under that name, sort of stepping away because it's just him, not with his brother.
I was always wondering where they went.
He got out of it. He got out of it.
It's good stuff.
And he still did competition stuff. He's actually sponsored by Yoder and a couple other places. He makes really good food. I'm going to put this as a caveat. I like mine better. But like I said, if you don't believe that yours is the best, then it's not the business for you.
So
everybody will tell you that theirs is the best. But yeah, so there's a couple people that do it like we do. I don't know. I think that we do more than everyone else, for sure. More time, more thought. When you go to any place that does fresh food, fresh barbecue, most of the time the sides are an afterthought. It's stuff they open up from a can and they pour in and you just reheat it and whatever. And they don't
potato
salad.
They make
5-star.
Yeah, and so
they make a 5-gallon bucket of potato salad or whatever, or they buy it from Sam's Club or whatever.
So we do everything from scratch, including from the sauces to the sides to the rubs that we use, everything. And so like I
And
think
he's been working on his rubs since he was like 13, 14 years old.
I've been working on my rubs.
I've been rubbing something out for a while.
My stroke game is where it's all.
Yeah, it's true. if you haven't rubbed one out, but you know what I mean. So I think that's the biggest difference. I don't know. It's an interesting business. It's not for everyone.
Well, not just for our one viewer, but for me as well. I want to try doing smoke stuff. And is there any tricks or tips that I need, and not just from the food, but from the smoker itself? Because I got a cheap one, and I tried smoking some ribs. They were tough. I had to watch it every 10 minutes.
Ribs are way different too. There's a whole different game.
I can definitely give you some. What do you want to cook?
It doesn't matter. I just want to. I want this summer. I want to be able to smoke some stuff.
What do you want to smoke?
Have some people out.
What do you want to
That's
smoke?
it. Everything. Whatever.
You know,
we can do chicken. I'm on a page on Facebook. People are smoking burgers.
Yeah.
And
What-
it's amazing. Apparently,
What
I saw one guy do a squid.
what were you using?
fuck?
What were you using when you smoked the ribs? What were you using as far as?
It was oak.
No, not the wood, but what were you using for
equipment?
like? No, what were you using for hydration?
Apple juice.
Okay.
Apple juice.
Here's my sort of thoughts on it.
Don't give away all your secrets either.
That's fine. I know most of my secrets are just hard work.
Okay.
Like honestly, to do it, it's just a lot of time and effort. And so like we told people our recipes even before on some things because you don't want to have to do that every day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's the difference.
Right.
Yeah, you can make some phenomenal shit at the house for your weekend barbecue, and it'd be fucking killer, right? But the amount of time and effort that you had to put into that, and the attentiveness that you had to throughout the day with that meat, spritzing it down every 20 minutes with whatever, and so on and so forth.
It depends on your smoker. It depends on the temperature you cook. I like to cook hotter.
Really?
I do our ribs at 275.
Really?
Yep. So I also do spares. I don't like doing baby backs. I like to do like St. Louis
You
cut
guys serve
spares.
a lot of spare too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
give you guys a follow on Facebook
dude, do it.
/ Fowler's Barbecue Hut.
yeah, Fowler Southern Gourmet, but not barbecue.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Barbecue.
You fucking sell out. What the hell are you talking about?
You doing, Mook?
like what I like to do, man, is I do a dry rub, right on there. I do
mustard base, and then
here's what I do. I take spare ribs, and there's two trains of thought on how you do it. You can either pull the membrane off the back. We'll just do ribs because you talked about doing ribs. Yeah. So you either take the membrane off the back, or you do what I do, which is I cut the membrane. I score it to where you're cutting lines in one way and then intersecting it the other way. So it's about like 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch between each line in a square.
yeah, crisscrossing it.
That's it. So I do all that because it's easier, it's faster. Then I do mustard, just cheap yellow mustard all over it to create as a binder.
Right.
I put a lot of the rub. Now the rub may be where you get some difference and stuff like that. Mine has on the ribs 9 different spices in it. Right. So
Are we allowed to name some of those?
I mean, most of it's very simple
It's
stuff.
not
Garlic,
KFC,
salt,
bro.
pepper.
Like,
No, there's
I mean,
a little bit of garlic.
wanna,
There's
if I have people over
there's-
for the summer, I want to make sure I got a good. fucking
there's
set of ribs on it.
2 different types of salt, pepper, garlic powder, cumin, brown sugar, cayenne pepper, all kinds of different things. In
Everything
this,
you should already have. In
yeah,
your
sort of already have it. Some smoked paprika, stuff like that. So
pull everything out of the
Yeah.
spice rack, bro.
Right.
and so what really matters is the amounts of how you do it, the ratios, right? So I can tell you ingredients, and if you don't have the ratios, it doesn't matter.
Did you just say yee yee?
He
kitchen.
did.
Yee.
Get out.
So
Yeah.
so you give
All right, gentlemen. It's been a
That's it.
great stream tonight.
Gentlemen, there's only one
It's a
motherfucker.
gentleman.
All right,
Gentleman.
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin, it's been a great.
So
love
are you
you.
watching the chat even? Jesus, Austin's probably trying to join in.
Actually, I've been trying to inch my way in to ask a question that he asked, and
All right, hold on. Let me finish this really quick. Let me get his ribs.
but it's
let me
but
get
it's
his,
but it's been like 20 minutes.
let me get his ribs done. And then we'll figure it out.
finish
So
your ribs. I
so
want
so
some
we,
ribs.
so we rub the meat. We put the dry rub on the meat, right? And then you throw it in there. What I like to do is generally put the base of the bone towards the heat sauce. So mine is a vertical smoker, so I stack them horizontally.
Right.
All right, you can do it whichever way you want, as long as you put like the part that needs the most amount of rendering towards the heat source, right?
I got an offset smoker.
So offset would be you'd put it towards there. So I would put it with like the curvature up, if as it were,
Right.
with the part that you want to pull back on this side, the other side towards the heat source.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
then You cook that. I would say if I do it at 270, it depends on your smoker, how much the airflow, temperature, stuff like that. But I like 275. You get it to 275. Generally, after about an hour, hour and a half, you should have the bark pretty well set, and you can start spritzing. I like using apple cider and apple cider vinegar at a mixture, and then I will do that about on the hour, depending on the ribs.
You got to balance out your acidity.
And you can be as heavy as you want on that, right?
Yeah, I go really hardcore with it. Like if you see some of the guys in Texas, they'll actually get those sprayers you use to spray weeds with, like the little fucking hand pumpers, and they'll just be spraying.
Well, especially when you're doing a fuck ton of ribs at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
On a giant fucking trailer size smoker.
And those guys down there smoke even hotter than 275 on ribs sometimes. So. Yeah. So like I give it a really good spritz and I let it keep going, and then the rest of it's by touch. You kind of want to get to where you can stick your thermometer, your probe pin in there and get a good feel, but it doesn't want to be, you don't want it to be mushy, right? So generally for me, somewhere around 2.5, 3 hours, I'll pull all the ribs out, and then I'll take some of the sauce that I make for the ribs, which is a combination of our homemade sweet sauce, some honey, some brown sugar, and a whole bunch of butter, and the real secret, rendered brisket fat. So I'll take all the trimmings. I'll take all the trimmings. I take all the trimmings from the brisket that we make, and we render it down into literal like liquid fat, and then I baste the ribs with that along with the sauce and wrap them and stick them back in foil, and then they go until the temperature is right or the feel is right.
Corey says, I'm fucking hungry now, thanks to the podcast.
Hey, you're welcome.
So you're not doing no 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to
no. It's just all
Will Fowler.
No, this is all done by
thanks,
temperature,
Austin, Corey,
time,
and
and feel.
Hello.
And
Appreciate
so,
you guys.
What's up?
yeah, that's how I do it, like that. And again, your smoker will change that. The humidity will change that. The temperature you cook at changes it. The kind of ribs you have changes. All those things are stuff that you just sort of figure it out as you go. I've just figured out what really works on the smokers that we use, and that's kind of how I do it. But realistically, if you are attentive on an hourly basis is okay, but it's like one of those things, if you're looking, you're not cooking. So the more time you have the smoker open, the more you're actually hurting your cook. So you need to be somewhat patient but attentive with ribs.
Well, see, with mine, it's a cheap smoker. It doesn't hold the heat in very well.
Tom has a nice smoker that I gave him.
And,
yeah. I got it's downstairs.
He's got
it's
a pellet
literally
smoker.
right below us.
He's got a pellet smoker that I gave him.
Oh, you lucky dog.
He doesn't
But
use it.
Mine,
It's getting pulled out in the spring.
Nice.
Mine, it
He
doesn't
said
hold
something.
heat very well, and I'm always checking it. Always.
Well, the thing is you can smoke on anything. I would say to I think the best. Jesus Christ!
We're girls.
Fucking Mikey G over here
Yeah,
coming at me
sorry.
sideways.
Hey!
No fuck
Hey,
is the
you
matter
fuck
with
you doing, eh?
I'm sorry.
Fucking
you.
greaseball
Yeah, your
motherfucker,
sister's
you.
ass.
I didn't mean it.
Your sister's ass.
Yes.
It's flat.
Damn. But like, I would start with pork butts. Pork butts are the most forgiving. You can easily learn how your smoker reacts with those without having a lot of waste in money because ribs are expensive. Yeah. And then once you figure out how your smoker reacts with that, you can sort of apply that knowledge to the rest of the meats you cook.
Gotcha.
And literally, it's almost impossible to fuck up a pork butt. And the most important thing, though, for anybody that's smoking their own meat, rest times.
I heard rest is very important. Well, that's anything, even if you're taking it out of the oven or
seriously.
Like
when you are applying heat to something you're cooking, and this goes for not just smoked meat, anything you cook, you look at how long and how hot as like a upward climb, and you need to mirror that on the way down as much as you can, for when you cool it down to when you serve. So the larger the piece of meat, the longer you cook, and the hotter the temperature, the longer it takes to rest that piece of meat to be servable.
So like a 10-pound butt.
So if you're doing it like a
What's the
10,
rest
if you're
time
doing
then?
a 10-pound butt, our butts come out about 6 a.m. No later than 6 a.m. They're off the smoker, and we don't serve them till 11. So that's about a 5-hour rest period.
Damn, I didn't know that. My butt usually goes on the toilet at 6.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, you wanna have no less than 3 to 4 hours of rest time before you eat. That's my opinion. It's not for, some people you can do less, you can do more. The longer you rest, the better it'll be.
It
Especially
absorbs all the juices.
Exactly. It rehydrates. Yeah. And like I said, I do like to be pretty liberal with my rendered brisket fat and like confit it essentially in its own fat and let things just soak it in.
Mikey G.
Yeah.
Tell us about your
Hello.
work life, man. What are you doing? What do you do? What are you doing?
What?
We haven't gotten into you, man. Go.
It's okay. Well,
Yeah, Mike's been a silent partner here.
I'm just listening and bringing in what you guys are having to say. Very interesting facts about the meat you bring. I'm definitely gonna stop by and
You
check
should
you
come
out.
check it out, man.
I am.
loves
I'll
meat.
bring Cassie.
Nice.
I'll definitely bring
Come
her.
through.
He loves meat.
I love it, especially when it's soggy.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. No, no, I'm a
Flaccid.
plumber.
Flaccid
I'm a
meat.
plumber. I play with people's shit all day, literally.
Mike fucks with your pipes.
Yeah, all day, every day. I'm a plumber, man. I work on post. I've been doing it for years. I enjoy it because it pays the bills and it keeps me employed. But I'm actually an entrepreneur myself. I actually own a performance shop, Clapped Out Performance.
If I known that was there, I would have.
Is there fucking mushrooms in that?
That's gross.
There better not be any fucking mushrooms in there.
Is that a
it's the
fucking
Philly.
babagone, huh?
It's the fucking Philly from Domino's. That's not an advertisement for Domino's either.
I don't even think that's Italian.
It's a fucking mushroom. Disgusting.
That's gross.
It's a Philly
Fucking
from
hate
Domino's.
mushrooms.
What is that supposed to be? Shit pizza?
Yeah, shit.
I've seen that at work.
Literally shit on that. You pulled it out of a bite before. Hey!
It's a pizza Tom ordered.
Hey.
I'm sorry the free pizza that you got.
Yeah, I loved it though. It was
Hey,
enjoyment. I just didn't eat it.
everything up until saw the mushrooms was great. Not gonna lie. Did you just? Oh, the other ones are over there. Okay.
What happened?
No, it's fine. There's more snacks.
Now
over
the
there.
camera is 100% on Mike right now. Just by the way.
I'm so
Nice.
nervous. I'm sweating. I'm a plumber, man. Been a plumber for many years. I enjoy it because it's just honest work. It's humbling work.
Hey, there's something about being in the trades that really is nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hands-on.
and just so you know, Mike, the reason I invited you here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to replace my water heater here.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
absolutely fucked.
I
You
know.
thought it was going to be without asking for a favor.
Gotcha,
now, hold on,
bitch.
now,
Hey,
hold on a
hey,
second.
hey.
Now, hold on a second. You got to be on the podcast, right? So
Yeah.
that's
That's
payment.
Hey.
payment. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'm down.
The last time that Tom asked to hang out with me, he was like, "Hey man, my tire's flat. Can you come fucking?" You know what I'm saying?
you're
You
so
know what
You know
I'm
what's
saying?
funny? Is I replaced the water heater last time.
This is how it works.
He replaced the water heater at the old house. But no, first of all, Fowler, you're full of shit.
That's true.
Ouch.
I literally asked you if you had a jack. That's all I did.
True.
That's
He
all
knew,
I
he
did.
knew what he was doing. You can't just ask.
You did it,
and
didn't
then
you?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
of course when I asked him if he had a jack, because the one I had was sketchy as fuck. It's just the scissor jack from under the passenger seat.
Yeah.
You know, like no, not happening on a fucking
That's
full
how a
size
buddy of mine got
Ram.
killed.
Yeah, Ram
Yeah.
1500. Yeah, fuck that.
Nah,
no.
fuck. I wouldn't even be able to eat that thing.
Yeah, exactly. So and then he's like, "Bro, I can come through. Let's do it." And I was like, "All right, cool." And he did it.
You're to the rescue.
He came over. He did everything. I just stood there and watched.
You're an
That's
angel.
what he does every time.
It's not the blonde
Wait,
hair
hold on a
blue eyes
second.
that
That's
does
what
it.
he does every
That's
time,
what-
or what I
that's
do
what
every
you
time?
do every
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, look,
Because you're a leader.
I got the money. You got the tools.
Because
look,
I'm a leader or a user.
leader.
user,
Leader.
abuser.
User.
Does boss sound better?
Hey Matt. Hey
But
Matt.
like, no,
Hey
seriously.
Matt, what are you doing later, man? You want to come over? Yeah. What's up, man? What you got going on? You know, my car's been making this weird noise.
But like, no bullshit. Like, it is nice to know that 90% of the problems that most people encounter in their lives with their house or their car are stuff that you don't have to worry about, right? You're like, oh, fuck, like, it's just money, right? Like, I just have to go buy the part and I'll pop it on. I'll just have to get this and fix that. You know, like, if you have, like, a fucking leak happen in your house, you're like, all right, this is fucking light work.
Well,
You know
that's
what
why
I mean? Right?
that's
Like,
why I became a mechanic, because I didn't want to get charged out the ass.
Exactly.
Because now with the whole COVID thing going on, we had a Mike, the guy with the Dodge Ram, we're gonna be. What the fuck?
you still got to get to that question. We got to work this question in.
Corey said, it's not even a podcast. The cameras aren't even plugged in. It was all just a sham to get Mike to do your water heater.
It's true. It's true.
You ain't lying.
Shit, cat's out of the bag,
No,
boys.
seriously, no, really quick though. What was the question before we get too off deep?
You got to know what that
base.
is.
Sorry, go ahead.
What was the question?
What was the question?
We had a question.
Do
from
the question
20
first.
minutes ago.
I'll tell the
Oh,
story
yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, so it's going to be so off base now at this point.
Doesn't matter.
We've
fine.
gone
Doesn't matter.
so
Let's do
far.
We'll just bring it back.
Austin said,
Does he want my eighth?
do
drink
you
of
guys
eighth
play
left?
any VR military sims such as Onward? I don't have VR
I'm
stuff.
going to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and take this first and let you guys nerd out about all the games you're playing because I'm very simple.
World of Warcraft private servers.
No, I am.
That's me. That's all I've done.
I am obsessive when I play video games and competitive. So I can't
Yeah, it just
even
goes right in your arm.
Even when I'm dog shit at the video game, I want to be really good at it, and so I don't play any other video game. So right now,
Pong.
no, I just play Apex. That's it. I just play Apex Legends. That's it.
Never played it.
Just that's it. It's a BR game. It reminds me of like Unreal Tournament and Quake, if that makes sense, but in a VR.
I've seen streams.
It's
and shit.
really fun.
Yeah.
It's addicting, but it also makes you want to fucking put your fist through both of your monitors, or one monitor,
Speaking
or your
of-
PC, or your desk, or whatever you want. Often.
Speaking of, quick plug, Major Drum Kill on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Major Drum Kill.
Plug.
A friend of mine named Bill. He plays Apex Legends every now and then as well as Mortal Kombat and several other games. Great fucking dude. Go check him out.
Check him out. Anyways, that's the extent of mine. So no, I do not play any virtual reality games or military simulators. I'm probably the least interested in this table in military simulation at all.
I love military sim shit.
I think I got you beat.
Arma is
I got
fucking
you beat.
All right, hold on a
awesome.
second. I gotta
You
go
ever
grab
play
these
Arma?
Scarlet
I
Guns.
played Arma once or twice.
Arma's great.
I think I got you beat because
You don't play any
I
video
don't
games.
I do actually. I just picked up a Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Super
Fuck
Smash
yeah, welcome
Brothers.
to the 20th century, brother.
Okay, Smash Bros. That doesn't even count as video games
Hold on,
because
hold on,
that's a
buddy.
universely accepted
Hold
video
on.
game among
I'm
every
the best
demographic
button clicker
ever.
you'll ever fucking meet.
Fucking
in your life.
love.
Step up to the mic.
I fucking love Smash Bros.
Well, my kids just got into.
Who's your character?
Mine is gonna be Toad.
Toad. All right.
Yeah.
You said Star Fox.
Star Fox all the way.
Samus.
Are you?
100%
Samus
Samus.
is badass.
Dude, I love
But
playing Samus.
My kids just got the
Fowler,
Nintendo-
who do you play? Smash Bros. Samus. Okay.
But my kids.
So he doesn't play. He just copied me.
my kid.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
My kid's mom just got them a Nintendo Switch, and I was like, "Well, fuck! They're having to unload it every time and bring it to my house whenever they come over."
Yeah.
So I was like, "You know what? I'll go on Marketplace and I'll see if I can find one for cheap." And luckily, I did find one for $200.
Yeah, some bad fucking kid's parents is going to be like, "We're selling your Switch on Facebook Marketplace."
$200.
Take that, Kyle.
$200, and it was only 3 months old.
That's
It
what
was
you
only
get
3
for.
months old.
Never mind.
And
There goes that.
but
For shitting the bed is what I was
going
gonna
to say.
say.
The only bad thing about having
Shitting the bed. Sorry. Go
only-
ahead.
the only-
I'm sorry, Matt. I'm so fucking sorry.
Fuck
Go,
you.
Go.
The only bad thing about having it is, and you want everybody to play. So I got everybody remotes, and I got some games and a few other things. And then I was like, fuck, well, I want to play now after watching them. So now I got to get myself remotes, got to get my girl some remotes. And now it's like, fuck, man, now I got like all this equipment. And I feel like, I'm like the electronics god now.
Fucking call
because
me
I have
Best
all
Buy.
this shit. Right. And so I don't play any VR. I don't play any war games. I used to play Modern Warfare back in the day, but that was like about it. So as far as VR, I got you beat on that one. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think
So real quick, Austin plays Captain Falcon, and he said he would crush us all.
most likely.
And
I've lost my
knowing
virginity.
Austin,
I'm a noob.
I believe that.
I'm not a gamer, man.
Falcon.
It's hard for me to play. I'm constantly
we
in
should
the
get
shop
that on
working.
the sound stream thing.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'll get that
Graziano,
on.
get on this.
What
Yeah,
happened?
sorry, G.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mike G.
I'm sorry.
G.
Mikey
Get him in here.
G.
Let me- Hey, where's the gabagool?
I don't know. I try to play video games. When I do play, it's Battlefield or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Generic. Sorry
Yeah.
to say it.
Yeah, may happen.
But I'm
Wow,
90%.
were you like an 11 Bravo or something?
No, maybe.
Hey, that's all owned by Microsoft now, by the way.
Yeah, the guys. I'm very disappointed in that, by the way. I'm a PlayStation freak. I've been PlayStation since the day it came out. But yeah, I mainly spend most of my time in the garage building cars, man.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
No, that totally makes sense.
It would have been wrong
being a
if
Sony
he
guy.
builds Neon SRT
Being a Sony
4K.
guy, yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. Being a PlayStation and a Sony guy, not doing like PC or Xbox or anything like that. That makes sense. You owned SRT Force, so
Flick of the wrist.
totally makes sense.
Say that either.
You're just everything you come up with. Dude, I've seen you like 10 times during the podcast. Go, nope, can't say it.
By the way, I'm the guy you have to introduce your friends to before they meet me because I am just that irrational of a person.
Explain to your friends
Yeah,
first.
you got to explain
Yeah.
explain him to your friends.
I'm
Like,
unorthodox.
Be like,
But
look,
but
he's
me,
special.
I'm the type of person that will capitalizes on that and goes, I'm not explaining shit.
But I will say,
I'm just gonna watch it
Mike
happen.
here is 100% real.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what it is.
Oh, yeah.
He tells it like it is, and if you
Absolutely.
don't fucking like it, that's your fucking fault.
Yep.
I don't try to be rude with it. I'm a very humble person.
Are
Yeah,
you?
you are.
It's
Are
just sometimes the world sheathes reality with colors, and it is really just that black and white. And sometimes you do need that kick in the ass to understand.
I can't believe that you would say something like that.
I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
A kid will do it to you, man. When you become a parent, it's like every.
I remember.
I wouldn't know.
I remember when I met him. He was
I
like, "You
wouldn't
hang
know.
with those
Neither would I.
guys? They're fucking douchebags."
Yeah, fuck those
Like,
guys.
God dang.
Yeah, I
All
don't like
right,
'em.
man. Damn.
And I pointed. I was in the parking lot. I was like, I don't like them fucking
I don't like
dudes.
them fucking dudes.
And then we pointed back like, "Hey, bro, what's up?"
Wave at you.
Hey. I mean, you know, life happens, bro.
It does, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I am glad where I am now because I do get to show my little boy every day of his life, like, what it is to work with your hands and what is it to be a man, because we don't have those no more.
That's important.
You know, we don't have men.
Matt's the same way.
I remember when Father's Day wasn't even a thing. Like I didn't even. Now all of a sudden it's popular. I didn't even fucking know it was a thing that they had Father's Day.
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Corey.
Oh, Corey, appreciate you, dog.
See you later.
goodbye.
Sorry. Not trying to derail the conversation. Just
Hey, you know, I mean,
little moments of
I
comments.
think fathers are a
me
little
nudes.
more unappreciated.
Got to
than what
engage with the
people
audience if we want an
think.
audience.
And as becoming
Just on ourselves.
hey,
becoming a-
listen.
becoming a
You
parent,
listen to
I
us
know.
just talk about this bullshit, and eventually we will shield you dildo commercials like Joe Rogan. Okay, you just fucking deal with it.
I do like the point that people are watching us, because then they get to see just how we interact with each other.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm a
though.
little
It's all
upset that it's at
bullshit. This is-
one camera angle and it's on the worst camera,
But
but
it's
that's
fine.
okay.
But to be-
I'll live
to
with
be-
that.
This is all scripted on the inside of this pizza box.
Yeah,
next-
like I was about to say.
Yeah, hold on. What am I supposed to say next?
Question.
I hate mushrooms.
Our next guest.
This is about exactly as it would go without the mics and camera.
yeah.
Let's be honest.
No, actually, well, yeah, but without the cameras, this is exactly how it would go. And I'll introduce you to our host for this evening. It's going to be Matthew the Bear Sanchez.
Ladies,
Go ahead,
please keep your
Matthew.
panties on.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Welcome to the Bear Cave.
Give me a roar, big
Oh
lady.
my god.
Oh god.
It would just. I say ladies. It would be just dudes tuning in.
It'd be dudes.
It would be
It's
all
just
dudes.
dudes.
Remember that
100%.
soggy thing
But
I
you
was
know what?
talking
I'm
about?
flattered because then I attract
Hey, look. Here's the
both,
thing.
You know?
Here's the thing. Look.
Oh, can we say that because
Hey,
there's more than one?
I don't think
gender
you
now?
can.
Doesn't
That
matter.
was
Hey,
close.
look. Here's the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
There's
It could be
the-
men, women, or other.
Hey,
Oh,
here's
okay.
the thing that I learned when I was in Austria, and this is dead serious.
That it's good and tight.
No.
No,
No.
right.
You dumbass.
No. They have a saying.
Right.
There's this saying that I think is actually very inappropriate and
That you
offensive.
need to know your umlauts.
No, they say
Depending on the European country you go to, yeah?
it's Mensch ist Mensch, Loch ist Loch, which means
Men are
Le-
men, women are women.
no. Person is a person, whole is a whole. So you know
That's what I just said.
Everyone is singing as equals.
So it's like
And we're canceled.
Hey, if you just want to get up in there, and
Right.
it doesn't matter what it is, and it's really a beautiful thing. When you think about it. you
No,
know?
it's not. It's horrible.
was
Because
a-
what if you guys have like a house of mirrors, and next thing you know, you and Joe are clapping cheeks, and
Hey, look if it,
mine's
hey,
whole
wait,
hole.
wait,
House of
hey,
horrors you
what?
go to.
What?
It's
two?
not. Never mind.
What two consenting adults do is really not my concern. I don't care, honestly,
Yeah,
man.
right,
Look,
right.
if you want to dress up
yeah,
like Alice in Wonderland and have a shoulder deep glove on one hand, you know what I'm saying,
Well, I know what that's for.
and a tub of KY with your significant other, dude, whatever floats your boat, or
Yeah.
girl, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You're
Hey,
working on a farm
that's-
disimpacting a cow's bowel.
Yeah, exactly.
you being the cow. Yeah, I get it.
Hey,
Get it.
Hey,
You're
whatever,
the cow in this scenario.
Whatever floats your boat, man. It cannot bother me less.
Right.
Look, bro, you want to feed you
I'm
want
gonna- I'm
you
gonna
want to feed the chickens and the cows,
I'm
or you want to feed the chickens to the cows, whatever your
I'm
thing is.
gonna go ahead and just take
That's
a hot
for you,
take.
Jared.
Right? There's a hot take right now. There are two types of people that really care about what gay people do, especially gay men, and it's other gay men on Grindr and evangelical Christians, and that's really the only two
but hold
people
on-
who
but
care
hold on a
about
second.
what gay people
But
do.
50%,
Like, let's
but
be real.
50% of those evangelical Christians are just
Are also
closet,
secretly
are
gay.
just
Secretly
closet
gay.
Like they
homosexuals.
choke themselves and they masturbate.
How
They're
how
literally-
dare you
Yeah.
engage in sexual
They're
acts
literally
with
so
that beautiful man?
so anti-homosexual because they don't want anyone. They want to throw the scent off the gay trail on
Right.
They're like,
themselves.
that
that's literally how
muscular,
it works.
beautiful man and you are making sweet love. Disgusting. It's a sin against God. I can't believe you're happening.
Now
and
slap his
turning
ass.
Yeah, as you imagine your preacher with a bow
This is that-
tie.
They just sits there, just Bam! Right.
And we're demonetized.
Here comes your punishment.
We've never been monetized.
Plus. No, you're absolutely right. Like literally, I've had conversations about that several times. I'm like, the most outspoken anti-gay people, like, give it 5 years, they get caught in a scandal. A dude banging a dude, and it's just like, that's why you were so outspoken against homosexuals, because you literally didn't want anyone to know that you
like,
were.
I can't
And
debate.
we don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care if you're queer.
Dude,
I don't care. Do your thing.
90% of people don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
And the other 10%, I already don't give a fuck about them anyway.
To really break it down is, we don't pay our own taxes, so that's the only person we actually need to monitor on and take focus on, because what other people are doing in their lives, that's their happy spot, man.
I mean, literally, the G spot's back there. So I mean,
we were talking about the earlier. Someone
we have
finding
G spots,
and the dude G spot do beware in the back door, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it was his remember that girl's tool he bought with the flashlight?
Oh, that's that video you were showing us.
That's what they like to call the sister fister. But, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird. I like that
Mr.
weird
Sister
shit.
Fist.
Speaking.
It's weird. I like
I'm not gonna do it.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to remember where I heard that name. We were playing. I think we were streaming Warhammer, the Age of Reckoning, or whatever the fuck it was, Return of Reckoning. We were streaming live on Twitch, and we were in this like battleground fighting other players. And I was like, all right, focus fire on. And I read this guy's name, and it was Mr. Sister Fista. And everybody just died laughing. We totally fucking lost that entire battleground because none of us could keep focused because we kept saying, yeah, somebody find Mr. Sister Fista.
What was he at?
No idea. He was everywhere.
Who's inside your sister?
That doesn't sound good.
Your sister's terrible.
It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. Mr. Sister Fista. It was Mistah.
Oh, nice.
Sistah.
I just did that thinking.
Fistah. Mr. Sister Fista.
I wonder if it's like.
Tell me you're from the northern
That's a
states
classic.
without telling me you're from the northern states. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Fista Sister.
Mr. Sister Fista. And I park on the. I
Park a car.
park on the driveway and drive on the parkway.
Did you get coffee when you were gone with the taxi?
Yeah, I got my fucking coffee.
They're all moving down here. By the way,
did you know that Boston's the only place you
true.
use your khakis to get into your car?
Did you know Boston? They say is like the armpit of America.
It
No,
is.
that's
It's a
North
shithole.
Carolina and specifically Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's the southern one. It's a southern armpit.
Southern armpit. It's the leg pit.
That's the knee pit. It's like okay, this is gonna be kind of. I gotta stop. I was gonna say
It's coming.
No.
Yeah.
Florida Georgia line is the knee pit. We're the crotch pit.
We're the-
I was about to say
we're the
it's
crotch.
like when you've got when like
the
girls got
lower
an
hip.
Audi, the lip between the outer edge and the leg right there. That's it.
That's where the sack gets stuck.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh, dude,
I hate
when
it.
you
If you don't believe me, just ask Mr. Sister Fist.
when you sit down and you got to peel that sucker away like gum from hot pavement.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's the
women don't
fucking
understand.
worst,
They
dude.
bitch about their tits and stuff. But
Ugh.
we have those to worry about.
Yep.
So-
Speaking of, man, I need to go take a shower, guys.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
Dirty whore.
what's for the new agenda coming up this next few months with you guys?
Yeah, what's going on with Fowlers?
Dude, honestly, not much. Just trying to make it through like
The coof.
the coup.
Don't say it.
Yeah, it's pretty much that, and the winter turn down in general for restaurants is miserable. For everyone, I think, across the board. And trying to do that. About to bring the food truck back out. Trying to work on that in the next couple weeks.
Yes.
We're gonna have that.
Sorry. Let me rephrase that.
Get a post on spot.
Yes.
Get a spot on post.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna
that's
do that.
so
I'm not gonna do
impossible
that.
to
That's a
do,
lot of
dude.
shit to go through.
No, it's just
And
it's-
you don't
no,
make any money.
You
They take like 20% of your
it's-
fucking money.
You have to do
It's insane.
18%
Yeah.
to A fees if you want to operate on base.
That's robbery.
Yep.
So what I essentially
After you spend months sucking the big green weenie to make it
Get on
happen.
post.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
and you can the thing is too is like it depends on who you negotiate with is how much the percentage is.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit. So like it could be
Yeah.
12% for
So
somebody
somebody
else.
who knows
And
somebody
MWR
can
might tell
be
you 8%.
doing 8%. Yeah.
The MWR might tell you 8%, but AF's going to tell you 16, 20,
Yeah.
whatever, 18, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit, and I don't like it.
And it's very seasonal too, because
And also-
they'll be like, "Oh, we'll give you 3 months out at the MWR by fucking the lake out there past fucking Simmons or whatever." You know what I mean?
Nah, so-
But setting up anywhere like on actual main post or anything like that, fucking forget it, dude.
Yeah.
You're paying 20% out of your ass.
realistically, trying to get that done. I'm gonna try to build a new commissary and have a bunch of different food trucks commissary out of there, which will be cool. And maybe build a house. We'll see.
Where at?
Probably close to wherever I build the commissary.
Okay.
I gotta get with my buddy who
So
does
like Kinlaws.
No, more like a pantry, like a kitchen.
No, like a just straight up like a kitchen, like a commissary kitchen where people
You have dry storage and you can come prep your food.
cold
and shit.
storage, dry storage, and people cook in there, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So like most food trucks, you have to have a commissary. I think almost all food trucks have to have a commissary, depending on what they serve. And they need space to cook, and there's not really a good place in Fayetteville to do it. Like you can commissary at a restaurant, but then you have to deal with the restaurant and their hours and everything. And so like having a place where food trucks can actually just come and do their shit like as they need it when they need it, because like the hours that a food truck keeps are a lot different than a normal restaurant, because you got to be flexible. You're in different places. You're setting up. It's kind of like a pirate life, honestly. Like the first year of running the food truck was for me the most fun I've ever had in my life, work wise. Honestly, the best thing I could describe it as is what I think.
You honestly never looked any happier.
I felt like I felt like it was like honestly like modern day, like being a modern day pirate. Like you just set up, you do your thing, you head out, and I mean, man, yeah. So I'm trying to like help people that are doing that.
You look like you had a lot of fun.
I did, man. Honestly,
it was unreal the difference.
Like I was telling my girl about this, like that it consumed me. I think Tom and I hung out like one time during the first year.
Oh yeah,
if that. Like, dude, it was like I didn't have friends anymore. It was like,
look at you now.
And it wasn't like I didn't have them, but you know what I mean. Like I was so consumed. Every waking moment, I was like, "What can we do different? What can we do?"
Your friends were
better?
definitely
What can we
supporting
do?"
you.
That's
what
100%
definitely happened.
But that's part of the grind, though.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like I
that's
just
the grind,
was like
and that's why you guys are
hyper
so popular
fucking focused,
dude. When you get to the point where you literally stop doing the things that you love doing, you sell off everything that you.
Dude, I sold all my
own.
fun cars. I sold all my.
He sold
shit.
his
like,
fucking house.
Like
he sold everything, and put every fucking dime he had into this. Because it's like what I was talking with my wife Taylor about. She was talking about possibly starting up a like a small business doing commissions and shit like that. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I was like, here's my one piece of advice: you have to whole ass it. If you half-ass it, if you keep doing the full-time job and then you're doing this on the side, you're going to get discouraged and you're not going to want to do it. Said if you want to do it full-time and you want to actually make it happen, you got to whole ass it. 100% put every fucking ounce of your being, every moment of effort that you have into doing just this thing for you. Like you have to. Otherwise you're going to be like, well, I can't do it because I'm also working this other job and I don't really have time to do it, and then you're going to get discouraged. You're not going to think that you can do it, and you're going to psych yourself out, and you're going to fucking drive on to something else.
We were talking about that before the podcast. Nick, our friend, out down at Garnet Skull. He had a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah,
everything.
Full-time working, doing side jobs, fucking working on his own project vehicles and shit. Yeah,
and he got rid of all of that and went straight to opening a store down in Fayetteville, and now he is super successful.
Downtown Fayetteville is called Garnet Skull. Go check it out. Him and his wife run it. It's fucking cool as shit, dude. You're gonna walk in there and see shit.
What is it?
You never, dude. It's like oddities and like they have like
it's exactly what it sounds like in the name. There's skulls.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, dude.
Skulls, there's stones, tarot reading.
They've got like gemstones
gems.
and like like Silver Star that used to be on like Hope Mills Road and shit. They had like lots of little oddities and shit. Yeah. Dude, it's basically like that, but dude, it's badass. They have so many different pieces in there where you're like, where the fuck did you find that? Like the fucking.
He's got a zebra skull in there that somebody shipped him from South America.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and he was the one who cleaned it with. He's got a beetle cage. He put the skull in there and let the beetles eat all the fucking meat off. And then what he does is he takes the skull to a sink, cleans it all up, and gets it nice and dressy, and then he puts it out for sale, which I didn't know there was a huge market for it until he started. And when I went up there and talked to him about it, I mean, I couldn't believe how many people were in that fucking store.
Oh yeah, dude. He has some really fucking cool shit. You will literally walk in. If you walk in there with money, you're walking out with something. You're gonna see something and go, that's fucking cool as shit. I need that.
And you never knew you would like it. Like they got a turtle shell where the turtle has been cleaned out of it, and it's just the shell and the bottom part of the turtle.
That's dope.
And you're like, fuck, man. Like, And I was this close to fucking buying it, but it was so cold outside, and my girl wanted to eat, so I didn't buy it. But I am definitely going to be going back to get some weird shit that I didn't even know I liked.
I haven't even stopped in yet, man. I've just been following on Facebook and watching all this stuff there. But speaking of
following on Facebook, you better follow this
check us out. It's called the Fat Bearded Veteran Podcast. If you're watching us this far, I would hope that you would know that.
Which we're not all fat. We're not all bearded. Well, we are all bearded.
We're not all veterans.
We're not all veterans.
There's literally only two of us. We're 50% veteran right now. Right. But we have a veteran dependa.
Hey, look.
What was your rank, Will?
Hey, look, man. I never had to shave my beard, and I always got to keep my mohawk. That's more than most people that go in.
You did have that mohawk. I remember.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, please give us a follow, subscribe to our channel, check us out. This is basically just kind of like a test run to make sure all of our equipment's working and everything, and it just spilled out of hand. It was supposed to be a 1 hour thing. It's turned into like a
Gaziano wouldn't shut the fuck
3
up.
hour. I know, totally.
Shit,
I know,
is.
totally. It was just,
so much.
it was just Mikey G over here, just fucking.
I was absorbing everything in. Like I said, I'm very outgoing, and I have to watch my mouth.
There's a thank you. Gotta give a huge thanks to Austin.
Yeah.
Corey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that tuned
Austin,
in.
Corey, Jared, thank you guys.
And if any of you guys watch the VOD, that's also really cool. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Anybody in the later in the morning, the next week, like they accidentally click this on YouTube and they're lost. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Really do.
If you wake up in the
again.
middle of the night from watching Joe Rogan and it just all of a sudden transitioned over to us.
First of all, I want to know how that happens.
That means the algorithm gods worked in our favor, and we'll have at least 100-something thousand.
Joe Rogan,
views
you're the
morning.
fucking man.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate you, bud. All right, but thank you guys for joining us. Seriously, Matt, Mike, and Will. I appreciate you guys coming tonight. We're gonna wrap it up. He's got to go. He's got to go take some meds. He's got a bunch of kids to take care of, like 60 of them. It's fucking.
Jesus.
It's a crazy situation.
They're all.
I have no
They're all
show
cutting.
ready.
They're all cutting their own hair and shit. It's fucking crazy, right? And then this guy's got to go drop off like 60 kids later. You know what I'm saying? So
60 million.
But again, I'm Tom on behalf of everyone here and Desmond.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
thanks,
Desmond.
Desmond.
Thank you, Desmond.
Thanks for
Appreciate
being.
that.
Thanks for being.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks, Desmond.
appreciate it.
Thanks, there, buddy.
Thanks for being here, Desmond.
Yeah.
We really wanted
huge
you.
help.
We really wanted you to hop on the podcast tonight, but
You're our
that's
Lord
great.
and Savior.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. He's gonna give me so much shit for
Thanks
that.
for fucking nothing.
My bad.
You missed out on pizza. That's enough damage right there.
Right.
Appreciate you guys. Have a fucking amazing, phenomenal week. Since it's Sunday evening and tomorrow's Monday. Hopefully it's not a shitty Monday like it's gonna be for me.
Just remember, people, you're beautiful and we love you.
That has to go back to work.
I don't have to work tomorrow. I'm still off.
Bragg is calling me.
I gotta pull a motor out of a Dodge.
Neon? An RT?
No, it's a Hemi. It's a Hemi.
Thanks, guys.
Fucking things won't stop coming. We should have a fadeaway scene
Yeah,
where
that's it.
music playing.